What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 7GC 166. Handmade Ninja Dorada Doll. Naruto Luffy forms the pirates. Advertisement. Naruto stopped talking, and directly asked Dorada to watch the famous inspirational movie, The Bottom Hot Girl. After watching it, Naruto asked Dorada, "What did you see in it?" The simple Dorada cried, "It's so touching. I didn't expect that as long as a fool works hard, he can succeed in counterattack. But the problem is, I'm not an idiot, I'm a super genius who was chosen as a disciple by Kage and learned how to change girls in 3 days. How can such a big fool resonate with me?" Naruto was so angry that he slapped Dorada on the head. "I want you to see a beautiful blonde girl. Although Sayaka is a big idiot, but because of her status as a beautiful blonde girl, she was able to master the knowledge in a short period of time and was admitted to a prestigious school. If she was not a beautiful blonde girl, but a fat girl or a fat nerd, would you still be so moved?" Dorada shook his head. "Don't dare to move." Naruto nodded in satisfaction. "That's right, now that you're both blonde girls, that alone resonates with you so much." Dorada really wanted to say, "I am not a beautiful blonde girl, and I didn't resonate with her," but she dared not say it for fear of being beaten. Naruto continued to talk nonsense in a serious manner. "Since you are going to use Role Model Learning Method 04 to develop the extremely difficult Pop Clay Mo Girl Doll technique, then you have to learn the essence of the role model Sayaka, that is, her image of a beautiful blonde girl. Like my guy learning from his father, he wears a green tights, referred to as pothead. You also have to learn from Sayaka, go back and dress up as a beautiful blonde girl. This kind of learning bonus effect is extremely strong, and you will soon be able to combine the girl-changing technique with the explosion style to create a super ninjutsu that is unique to you. You released the exclusive Nirvana, Mouth Escape, on the plot male character Dorada, Dorada's intelligence minus 50%. After hearing this, Dorada frowned. Although what you said seemed to make sense, she always felt that something was wrong. On the other hand, Itachi listened dully. Naruto is talking nonsense to such an extent. "Dorada, you haven't realized that he is completely fooling you, are you an idiot?" Because Uchiha Itachi has the potential to become a master of Mouth Escape, and has great resistance to Naruto's Mouth Escape. Therefore, he could see that Naruto had said for a long time that he wanted to fool Dorada into a woman's dress or transform into a blonde cute girl to learn ninjutsu. Itachi deeply sympathizes with Dorada, who can't see this, and always feels that the child's IQ is worrying. Dorada was on the verge of believing and not believing, and asked, "Uncle, as long as I become a blonde cute girl, can I really become stronger quickly?" "Of course, and the benefits are more than that." Naruto nodded and continued, "You practiced explosion-style ninjutsu before, and there were frequent explosions, which had a great impact on the village. You were regarded as an Iwagakure magic boy. Not long ago, the leader of Kirigakure was almost killed, triggering a war between the two villages. In the past 2 days, because of the incident of the scrubber in the female bathroom, the whole village regarded it as a small wave. The whole village hates and blames you, but if you become a beautiful blonde girl, whether you dress up as a woman or transform into a girl, it doesn't matter. Faced with such a lovely blonde girl like that, do everyone still have the heart to blame you?" Dorada, who had been attacked many times by his mouth and brain, completely lost his worries, and chose to fully believe what Naruto said. Advertisement. Dorada has been completely fooled into the shape of Naruto, and he will do whatever Naruto says. After that, Iwagakure added a beautiful landscape. It left behind a golden legend who would have almost entered the list of the 5 evils of the ninja world with her big breasts if her gender did not meet the requirements. At first the uncle asked him to become a girl to develop ninjutsu. He was skeptical. But he didn't know, uncle didn't lie to him until he actually needed a real girl out of explosion-style clay. Although the uncle said that he can join the Naruto Chamber of Commerce and earn millions a year just by relying on this skill of pinching girls with soil. He only needs to be responsible for making realistic dolls, clay dolls and the like. Not only can you harvest the hard-earned money of the otaku, but you can even make hidden weapons, such as exploding beauty dolls, which will definitely sell well. But Dorada sternly refused. "True art, only the moment of explosion. The long-standing figures are not in line with my artistic concept at all. Therefore, I, Dorada, will never make figures." Naruto didn't force it. Anyway, the future is long, and the law of true fragrance exists in all heavens and myriad worlds. While relying on investment to gradually occupy Iwagakure, he once again went to Cloud Shinobi Village as an investor of Naruto Chamber of Commerce. This time he did not say that he would hire all the ninjas of Cloud Shinobi Village, but signed a 20-year employment contract with half of the ninjas of Cloud Shinobi Village with a high bounty. Among them is one of the 5 fierce ninjas, Samui. According to the contract, the employer's order is even above rakeage. That said, he could even turn half of the Cloud Shinobi ninjas back if he wanted to. As a price, he will invest in various industrial and commercial properties in Cloud Shinobi Village. To renovate Cloud Shinobi Village, let's start by building a few cattier girl-made shops. After these things were over, he used one party's advent card to appear in Iwagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village one after another, challenging the shadows of the two villages. This matter undoubtedly made the headlines of the Ninja Daily that day. Shocked, Accelerator, the new member of the God organization, appeared. 3rd Kage and 4th Raikage were brutally beaten. 650. Then he took Nami to the sea and found Luffy, who was caught by the Sunagakure fleet. Naruto wanted to take Luffy back directly, but Luffy heard that there are treasures in the sea. An adventurous heart can't stop it, so he insisted on staying and finding a few treasure chests before returning to his own world. Even if you say you don't want to give one away for free, you have to find it yourself. And Nami saw that the treasure chest did open out props that can make people stronger, and he also wanted to find the treasure chest to gain the power to defeat Arlong by himself. So I decided to stay and find the treasure chest first. No way, the task target Luffy and his partner Nami are both like this. Naruto has to compromise. What the hell? In fact, Naruto is eager for Luffy to start an adventure story in the One Piece version of the ninja world he created under his guidance. So Naruto, Nami, Luffy and a pet fox, Kurama, formed the treasure hunting team. Later, Naruto joined forces with the other four shadows to hold the Five Shadows Conference, and established the Marine Ninja Alliance Army to maintain the order of the sea and benefit the 5 major ninja villages, after Marine. The treasure hunting team established by Naruto and Luffy is also known as the Naruto Pirates. One Piece, I am determined. Standing at the bow, looking at Luffy, Naruto made a serious statement. Luffy. You. How did you steal my lines? 167. I am the One Piece in Hokage Ninja. 4 Emperors, Marine, and Shichibukai take shape. Advertisement. The 5 Kages Convention established Marine. Namikaze Minato, who is recognized as the strongest among the 5 major ninja villages and can be called the ceiling of the 3 battles in the ninja world, was elected as the Marine Marshal. Kenobi Shunshin Shisui and Cloud Shinobi 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer B, these 2 top players who are only half a step away from Chaoing, were elected as the first Marine 3 Admiral. Because there is no strong enough candidate, the 3rd Admiral is to be determined. In fact, Jiraiya's strength is appropriate, but then he was busy filming with Orochimaru, busy chasing true love. First, as a lazy person who doesn't even want the Hokage position, how could he want the Admiral position? His task is to search everywhere in the ninja world, and then cultivate the child of destiny. So Jiraiya refused to serve as Marine Admiral. After the 5 Kages Conference, the 5 great ninja villages jointly held a Ninja World Joint Conference, and all ninja villages and forces participated. The meeting confirmed that Konoha, Sunagakure and other 5 strong ninja villages in the ninja world are the status of the 5 permanent director villages. Originally, Rain Shinobi Village was the best ninja village because of its cage-level masters, and its overall strength was no less than that of the 5 major ninja villages. In fact, it was sure to compete for the status of a permanent director village. However, the village chief Nagato has made a plan to vigorously develop the sea treasure search business and become the king of the sea. And their ultimate goal is to capture the 9-tailed beasts, the standard public enemy of the world. If they are exposed, they will single out the entire ninja world. Therefore, Rain Shinobi Village decided to keep a low profile, hide its strength, and recognize the extraordinary status of the 5 permanent director villages headed by Konoha. Since then, the ninja world has entered a situation where one super, Konoha, is more powerful, other 4 ninja villages. However, the situation at sea was changing. The former leader of Rain Shinobi Village, Hanzo of the Salamander, a demigod of the ninja world, obtained stronger power from the treasure chest and became the overlord of the sea, whose overall strength is even comparable to the top 5. Because all the cadres under the banner are Hanzo's nephews, they all call Hanzo Uncle, so, Ninja World Daily called Hanzo the 4 Emperors, Uncle. As for Hanzo's deadly rival, another sea master whose strength is no less than that of the top 5, he was called the 4 Emperors, Red Hair, by Ninja World Daily because the leader has red hair. At the same time, another hooded man with a mysterious identity and cage-level strength came to the sea with an army of impure world reincarnation, looking for his son everywhere. His subordinates, including the filthy strong men under his control, all affectionately call him Papa, Old Man. Therefore, this mysterious force is called the Third 4 Emperors by Ninja World Daily, under the name of Daddy. Since then, the 3-4 Emperors, Daddy, Redhead, and Uncle Big, have formed. The rebels from each village, known as pirates, fought fiercely for the remaining position of the last 4 Emperors. And the newly established Marine is not the opponent of 4 Emperors at all. Maybe Marshal Namikaze Minato plus 2 admirals can defeat 1-4 Emperors, or even toughen 2-4 Emperors, but it is definitely not the opponent of 3-4 Emperors. In addition to the top forces like the 4 Emperors, there are many powerful rebellious and ninja forces in the sea. So under the proposal of 4th Mizuga Jigura, Marine decided to win over some rebellious pirates and grant them legal status. In order to fight against the strength of the 4 Emperors and the more mysterious god organization that are gradually taking shape and growing. And these selected rebels, there are 7 in total, so they are called Shichibukai. The first Shichibukai members are currently recruiting too. Advertisement already using the forbidden technique to capture the Konoha rebellion Hikaruho of the 4 blood successor limits. Orochimaru who organized the rebellion from Akatsuki. In the filming of Legend of White Lady, Orochimaru is always eaten tofu by his old classmate Orochimaru. In addition, director Naruto always uses contracts to force him to send photo books. Orochimaru couldn't bear the humiliation, so he betrayed the organization, and came to the sea, established a base, and joined the tide of searching for the treasure chest. Since then, most of Naruto's goal of, I am One Piece in Hokage, has been achieved. In fact, at the joint meeting of the 5 Kages of the ninja world, a major event that shocked the entire ninja world happened. Accelerator, the evil god organized by the gods, appeared again, looking for someone to challenge, but instead of finding the most powerful 5 Kages, they found 3 village chiefs from Shounen village, and there was no pressure in a wave of horizontal pushing. Of course, 5 Kages couldn't sit still, so the evil god Shifang Tong sang the wheel to fight 5 Kages. During this process, 4th Mizukage Yagura Naruto showed Super Kage level combat power, which made the other 4 shadows stand out. 4th Mizukage Yagura Naruto is also known as the strongest 5 shadows that can be tied with 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato. And this matter, no doubt, also made the headlines of the Ninja World Daily that day. This shocked the 5 shadows. You know, in order to protect safety, there are many powerful ninjas with perception type on the venue. As a result, no one found out where the reporter from Ninja Daily secretly took those photos. Some people even say that in today's ninja world, the most terrifying thing may not be the shadow of Gomura or Martial Marine, but the reporter of Ninja World Daily. Because you can't find their trace at all, but everything you do is under their lens. As long as it is interesting, as long as someone buys it, then what you do will be reported. Terrible. At the 5 Shadows joint meeting, in order to curb the frenzy of treasure hunts in which traders continue to come to the sea, a bounty system was also proposed. The villages of the 5 permanent directors jointly issued a reward for the rebellious pirates on the sea, and judged the amount of the reward based on their strength and the degree of threat to marine. Therefore, the rebellious pirates on the sea depend on the amount of bounty. It is divided into trash fish level, million level, tens of millions level, hundreds of millions level, billion level, and billions level. There are ninja school students in Genin, Chunin, Jonin, Cage level peak, Chaoying, Get Li Jiao sequence respectively. For example, Konoha Rebel, Sannin Orochimaru, because they have mastered many core technologies and forbidden technique, their strength is undoubtedly the peak of Cage level, so the bounty is 1.2 billion taels. As for Konoha Rebel Rinbalyuhu, who has mastered the 4 blood succession limits and has undoubtedly reached the Sannin level, the bounty is 1 billion taels. These 2 are considered the strongest in the Shichibukai dynasty, and most of the Shichibukai members recruited later are at the bounty level of hundreds of millions. As for the top cadres of the 4 emperors, they are all at the bounty level of 1 billion, and the deputy is even at the level of 1.5 billion. And the bounties of the 4 emperors themselves are all in the billions. The lowest bounty is the leader of the Impure World Reincarnation Army, Daddy, with a subscription of 2.2 billion. His true identity is Yakushi Kabuto of Ryuchi Cave Snake Sage Mode. Under the full guidance of the White Snake Immortal, he has mastered the perfect Ryuchi Cave Sage Mode after only 1 month of practice. 168. Collect all the 7 treasure chests to summon the Sage of 6 Paths. Kakashi's head price has increased. Advertisement. No way, Yakushi Kabuto is really the top 3 super geniuses in the ninja world. I didn't open any cheats before, and at the age of 10, I mastered the medical ninjutsu that Sannin Orochimaru valued. He went out to work as an undercover agent, and when he was attacked at the age of 15, he even killed the director of the Jonin orphanage who adopted him at the time. Later, Sannin unanimously considered him a ninja comparable to Kakashi. In a way, it even goes to show that Yakushi Kabuto is more talented than Kakashi. Because Kakashi is a pure fighting ninja, while Yakushi Kabuto is a medical ninja. In addition to mastering the fighting power that is no less than Kakashi, Yakushi Kabuto also mastered the top medical ninjutsu that can treat Orochimaru's illness. Yakushi Kabuto will definitely be at the top of the ranking list of medical ninja medical skills in today's ninja world. A medical ninja who specializes in medical ninjutsu. Not only to learn medical ninjutsu, but also to assist Orochimaru in experiments every day. The time spent on cultivation is not much at all, maybe even less than half of Kakashi's. It turned out that he was comparable to Kakashi in terms of fighting power. This is not Kakashi's 50-50 split can work. The 620 front pocket really has the same level of strength as the elite Jonin before Kakashi opened the Kamui Hang. What kind of terrifying talent is this? Although Yakushi Kabuto has Sannin Orochimaru as his teacher, Shin Kakashi has Namikaze Minato as his teacher who is superior to Sannin in both strength and talent. Even Ms. Shizune, who also has Sannin as her master, is far inferior to Yakushi Kabuto in terms of medical ninjutsu, not to mention that her combat power is instantly killed. You know, Dodo's medical ninjutsu is all self-taught, and he doesn't have Tsunadeji, the medical saint of ninja world, as his teacher. In the original book, after Orochimaru was counter-killed by Uruzi Sasuke, Yakushi Kabuto finally didn't have to waste his talent. He retreated for a few months, and when he came out, he jumped from a supporting role with a low sense of existence to one of the bosses who had mastered the 4 battles. A super existence that requires the joint efforts of Dirty Itachi and Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke to counter. The talent of Yakushi Kabuto is so terrifying. Even the legendary Sannin is a scum in front of Yakushi Kabuto's extraordinary talent. You must know that Orochimaru has been studying Ryuchi Cave Sage Mode for many years, and as a result, he will come up with semi-finished products AEFH such as curse seals in the future. And Jiraiya has learned Mount Myoboku Sage Mode for half his life, just like that. It is not a finished product at all, not only takes a long time, but also requires assistance from others, and it is impossible to even open Sage Mode by yourself. while it took Yakushi Kabuto just a few months to master Ryuchi Cave Sage Mode. In this timeline changed by Naruto, it only took 1 month. Even Senju Hashirama, the god of ninjas, can only open Sage Mode in seconds. But Yakushi Kabuto's Sage Mode is permanent perfect Sage Mode. This is an achievement that even Senju Hashirama could not do. Together with his Impure World Reincarnation Legions. Although Uchiha Madara he can't control, but just kill the Golden and Silver brothers of Second Hokage. Sengoku era Super Shadow Master Second Tsuchikage, Second Mizukage. Hand-to-hand combat can be 50-50 with the sons of Third Raikage of Wild Eight Tails. It is enough for Yakushi Kabuto to stand on the top of the ninja world. Gather Pain's 6 paths, Outsider Nagato, and Assistant Conan, the Pain combat system, to compete for the so-called number 1 ninja master. Advertisement. And Nagato, a layman, has become a red-haired 4 emperors. That is to say, Yakushi Kabuto is still young and doesn't have that much ambition. He just wants to find someone to be his son, so he keeps a low profile. Otherwise, the 4th war in the ninja world will break out early. In addition to 4 emperors, father, Yakushi Kabuto who has not yet fully demonstrated his full strength in the ninja world. And Hanzo of the Salamander, who originally stood at the pinnacle of the ninja world in the name of a demigod, and whose strength has gone further. And the mysterious red-haired man with whom he was 50-50, 4 emperors open black lens bracket red-haired close black lens bracket. The bounty is more than 2.5 billion. Originally, these traders and 4 emperors naturally did not have such a high bounty. However, the Naruto Chamber of Commerce's investment in local industries and commerce in various parts of the ninja world has improved the productivity and economic level of the ninja world, which naturally led to inflation. For example, in the black market, the head of Konoha copy ninja Kakashi can only be sold for tens of millions taels. But now that the price has increased, Kakashi's head is worth 300 million. The rewards offered by the black market to the members of the major ninja villages, and the rewards offered by Marine to the rebel pirates, constitute the reward system of the ninja world. On this day, Naruto gave up the headline of Ninja Daily to this news. Shocking secrets. The legend of the 7 treasure boxes. As long as you collect all 7 golden treasure boxes, you can summon the Sage of 6 Paths and realize a dream. Come out, 7 Dragon Ball. Not only do I want to be the One Piece in Hokage Ninja, but I also want people to find the 7 Dragon Ball version of the golden treasure chest. When he first arrived in this world, Luffy was beaten badly by ninjas with various ninjutsu. Mainly because he was so excited to see the Hornet robot summoned by Konkuro that he didn't even bother to run away. Fortunately, as the captain of the Konoha fleet, Naruto made a deal with the Sunagakure fleet. Exchange a chest for a Luffy. In order to repay Naruto's kindness, Luffy decided to find more treasure chests and give them to Konoha. So I took a small boat, together with Nami, to play the role. And Naruto joins Luffy's treasure hunting team and easily takes the leadership position. As for Kirigakure, he said that when Mizukage had had enough, it was time to go treasure hunting with Luffy. So he gave up the position of Mizukage to Terumi Mei, took Itachi and Hakura, and formed the Naruto Pirates with Luffy Nami. Naruto is the captain, Luffy is the vice captain, and Nami is the navigator. At this time, Luffy had just gone to sea, and his strength was not too strong, and he was only at the level of Jonin when he died. And Naruto, at the 5 Kages joint meeting, logged into the Yifang accelerated account, and after hanging and beating the 3 chiefs of the ninja village. In addition to the previously defeated Shadow of the 5 villages, the leader of Rain Shinobi village Hanzo and the leader of the Akatsuki organization. Accumulatively defeated the leaders of 10 forces in the ninja world and completed the task of the god of ninja world. So he received a large wave of rewards and started to upgrade. After the upgrade, his overall strength has increased by at least 10 times, and it will not be a problem to deal with 6 paths level masters. But the problem is that this upgrade process takes a long time. During the upgrade period, he cannot actively use his various abilities, and can only be triggered passively. That is, if someone attacks him and triggers a battle, then he will start the automatic battle mode. Unless you take the initiative to stop, you will not blow the enemy into slag, and the automatic combat mode will never stop. This is not much different from before, and my personal safety is no problem. Even if an enemy attacks a teammate, as long as he lures the enemy to attack him and triggers the automatic combat mode, he can still smash the enemy. 169. Tsukuyomi Time Cabin Technique. Join Nine Tails Jinchuriki Luffy. Advertisement. However, Naruto did not intend to trigger this automatic combat mode easily. Because in the situation where 6 paths is not out, his own strength is too strong, he can easily change the terrain, and beat the Super Shadow Master that everyone is afraid of. Instead, he has to worry that the enemy is too weak and will be blown up before he can bear the blow of his own automatic combat. And his own random blow, the attack range is too wide, it will affect his teammates. Therefore, Naruto did not add his combat power to this pirate group, but only as a last resort. Therefore, the 3 powerful thugs of the Naruto pirates. They are Uchiha Genius Boy Uchiha Itachi, Yagura Naruto's maid Scorch-style Hakura, and Yagura Naruto's pet fox Kurama. Luffy, who is clamoring to be the One Piece all day long, and Nami, the Kanban lady of the pirates, are the existences at the bottom of the list. But Luffy and Nami from One Piece world are not reconciled to their own weakness. So they begged Naruto to teach them the ninjutsu of this world. Naruto agreed, and then put Uchiha Itachi in charge of teaching Luffy to learn T-song, body flicker technique, etc. that are more in line with his fighting style. And Hakura is in charge of teaching Nami. Under the guidance of the teacher who was also Dashong, Nami refined chakra with attributes of water, wind, and thunder, and created her own weather ninjutsu. Along the way, Naruto helped Itachi further develop his Tsukuyomi Genjutsu. Tsukuyomi pulls the enemy's consciousness into the mental space for long hours of torment, while in the outer world it's just a split second. If this is developed into a practice space, it can even be compared to the time hut in Dragon Ball. Naruto had this idea a long time ago, and this time he finally took the time to do it. Finally, with the support of Naruto's blood circulation and chakra's magic. Regardless of Tsukuyomi's consumption of pupil power, Itachi conducted various experiments and finally successfully developed the Tsukuyomi time cabin technique. The effect is that the consciousness of others can be pulled into the spiritual space for cultivation. For an instant outside, the time in the training space is controlled by Itachi. As long as the pupil power and chakra are enough, it can be as long as you like. This is simply the world's top practice hanger for Hokage. And Nami, as the first user of this cheat, has developed various powerful weather ninjutsu combining the three elements of water, wind and thunder when the external time has only passed for a moment. Then under the arrangement of Naruto. Weather ninjutsu Nami. Gym Master Rubber Boy Luffy. Start a battle. This is a duel between mages and warriors. The result exceeded all expectations. It turned out that Nami, who was an ordinary person not long ago, won. Because Nami developed the illusion clone. Luffy can't beat Nami at all, he can only be beaten. After experiencing a whole set of Nami weather ninjutsu, he didn't know whether he was tired, hungry, or beaten. In short, he fainted. Naruto sighed. Sigh, Luffy's illusion resistance is very poor. Although Nami's genjutsu is not bad, it is not comparable to the top genjutsu ninjas in the ninja world, such as Itachi and Shisui. Even Kakashi can stare Luffy down with just a casual glance. If Itachi and Shisui, who have developed non-visual illusions, don't need to stare. Just move your fingers, and you can stop Luffy from moving. Nami listened to his proud achievements in weather illusion. In Naruto's mouth, it's just, although it's okay, it's not comparable at all, a little unconvinced. His face was full of anger, and he insisted on comparing with Itachi. Itachi saw that such a hot and beautiful big sister was going to compete with him in illusion, his face blushed, and he quickly said that he lost to you. Shocked, Nami defeated Itachi and became the top master of the Naruto pirates. And Luffy became the bottom of the pirates. Here comes the meat, Naruto whispered in the fainted Luffy's ear. Luffy jumped up immediately, drooling with excitement, seeing that there was no meat. Thinking of the fiasco just now, he couldn't help but bow his head with a look of frustration. Don't be depressed. Naruto patted Luffy on the shoulder. You're going to be Hokage's man. Advertisement. You can't just give up like this. As the heir to the Will of Fire, Itachi also brainwashed Luffy with the Will of Fire while instructing Luffy to learn ninjutsu. Since the Will of Fire counts as a positive thought, coupled with Itachi's clever tongue-reading skills, Luffy, who had just gone to sea, was unfortunately recruited, and the successor of the brainwashed will. I confuse Hokage with One Piece. From time to time, he clamored to be Hokage's man. If Minato abdicated to become Marine Marshal, and then returned to Hokage's Sarutobi Hiruzen, knowing that someone dreams of being his man would probably scare the FK out of his A. Hearing Naruto's encouragement, Luffy was greatly encouraged and said, "Thank you, I will practice ninjutsu hard to defeat Nami-chan." Naruto shook his head and said, "Actually, I just want to ask you, do you want to cheat? You must know that Nami only became so strong after enjoying Itachi's Tsukuyomi time cabin technique and practiced for an unknown number of years. For Itachi's practice to really play a role, it is necessary for me to continue to output blood circulation and chakra magic to replenish his lost vitality and pupil power. So as long as I think, even an ordinary person can become a super expert in an instant. And you, Luffy, are very powerful. If I cheat on you, you might become the strongest pirate other than me." Quote. 0. Ask for flowers. Luffy's eyes lit up when he heard this. Hang up. It sounds like a very powerful look. I want it. Hurry up and hang up for me. Naruto smiled and beckoned behind him. Come here, Lama Lee. Luffy blinked, a little cute. He didn't understand what this Naruto's pet fox has to do with hanging. Naruto waved to Luffy again. Come here, Luffy. This is the strongest tailed beast in our world besides the Ōtsutsuki bloodline. If you want to become stronger all at once, become 9 Tails Jinchuriki, Luffy. Jinchuriki. Luffy looked puzzled, not understanding what it meant. That is to say, I want to make you fit with this fox, Naruto explained. Luffy blushed when she heard this, and immediately shook her head. The two of us belong to two species, I'm afraid it's not suitable. I don't want this kind of way of becoming stronger by combining with animals. Nine Tails immediately grinned at Luffy angrily. Boy, what are you talking about? Bandai is a tailed beast, there is no concept of male and female at all. And the combination that the master said is not the dirty meaning you understand at all. In fact, it's like this, you understand. Luffy nodded. So that's what Jinchuriki means. I get it. Let me be Jinchuriki.
Naruto. I have a request, you have to promise to do it. Luffy. What request? Naruto. Every time you meet other strangers, or someone asks you who you are, you answer that you are the man who is going to be Hokage, and you will be Hokage. Luffy. I promise. Hokage, I'm sure. Then under Naruto's showmanship, Luffy became Nine-Tails Jinchuriki.
Luffy, you and Itachi fight to see who is stronger. Therefore, Uchiha Itachi, who has mastered the 3 Mangekyo Sharingan Nirvana of Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu and Sasuno. And with Paramecia Devil Fruit Rubber Fruit ability and Nine-Tails Chakra, because it is Luffy with Jinchuriki Illusion Resistance plus 999. A fierce duel ensued. In the end, the strength ranking list of Naruto pirates except Naruto becomes
Nine-Tails Jinchuriki Luffy, Mangekyo Itachi, Scorch Style Hakura, Weather Ninjutsu Nami. Although Luffy won, he also marveled at Itachi's strength. You know, he is a 17-year-old boy, while Itachi is only 8 years old. Give this kid a few years to grow up, who knows how strong he will become. Are all children in this world this scary? Naruto is like this, and so is Itachi. After finding the treasure chest, let's leave this world as soon as possible. 170. I sent Fourth Raikage to the hospital again. Become a corpse, Killer Bee. Advertisement. This day, another big event happened in the ninja world. The combat power of Cloud Shinobi Village's perfect 8-Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee was recognized by the immortals of Mount Myoboku, Raichi Cave, and Wetbone Forest, and successfully advanced to Super Shadow Sequence. After Third Raikage, a Super Shadow Master appeared again in the history of Cloud Shinobi Village. Moreover, the 3 immortals commented. After Konoha lost 9 tails in 9 Tails Night 3 years ago, perfect 8-Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee who has mastered the full Tail Beast transformation ability has become the 10 strongest Jinchuriki in the ninja world.
Even without the power of 8 tails, the normal Killer Bee has Kage level strength, masters A-level sword skills, and can attach the Thunder Attribute Chakra to the sword. So fast, even the Sharingan can't predict it, often the enemy is taken away by a wave of harvest before they see the action clearly. Normality Killer Bee is already a Super Kage level master of the Oedo melee combat type.
Once the tailed beast is turned into a beast, Killer Bee's strength will directly surpass Kage level, even surpassing 2nd Generation Ikage, 2nd Mizukage and many other Super Kage masters in the Sengoku era. In the updated Super Shadow sequence, there is also the configuration of Killer Bee with a tailed beast. Powerful output such as Tailed Beast 8 Scrolls, Tailed Beast Bomb, and Ink Sealing Technique. It has strong defenses such as Tailed Beast Bomb, Super High Illusion Resistance, etc. Blue Tailed Beast Chakra, I lose if I run out. Even if you can't beat it, you still have the ultimate escape technique, the Octopus Foot Clone Technique. It can be said that Killer Bee, which has completely turned into a beast with a tail, has completely surpassed Wild 8 Tails in strength. In the ranking of Super Shadow Sequence, he even surpassed Namikaze Minato, the invincible player who has fought 3 battles in the former top 5 ninja villages. Now, the muscular guys at Fourth Raikage and Cloud Shinobi Village are delighted. What is Namikaze Minato? With your little output, it's okay to beat the squishy ninja. But want to break the invincible defense of our tailed beast bomb, which is completely tailed.
You are very beautiful and handsome, but don't think too beautiful. In a word, Cloud Shinobi Village with Killer Bee is inflated and feels like it's doing it again. I think Konoha, the big brother in the ninja world, should step aside and let Cloud Shinobi Village be the boss. So under such a background, Fourth Raikage sent Cloud Shinobi to Konoha to kidnap the Princess Hyuga Hinata of the Hyuga family, the second most famous family in Konoha, and then gain the power of White Eyes, so as to completely defeat Konoha. Generation Elite Jonin Hyuga Hiyashi kills Cloud Shinobi and angers Cloud Shinobi Village. Fourth Raikage issued a notice to Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is now in power in Konoha. Hand over the culprit, or Killer Bee will come to Konoha to talk to you immediately. The reason why Fourth Raikage pushed Namikaze Minato to be the Marine Marshal at the 5 Cages Conference, responsible for maintaining the Order of the Sea, is to allow the old Sarutobi Hiruzen who is easier to deal with to come back to power. Today's Namikaze Minato is no longer in the shape of Konoha. As the commander-in-chief of the Ninja Ocean Ninja Alliance, he has to obey the orders of Wukage, the strongest leader of the 5 permanent members of the village. Besides, what if Namikaze Minato makes trouble? Now that she comes out, who will fight? In order to maximize the use of Killer Bee's promotion to Super Shadow Series, which made the headlines of Ninja Daily, Cloud Shinobi Village executives decided to attack Konoha. Even if Princess Hyuga could not be captured, Hyuga's family would be forced to die. Today's Konoha Cage level combat power is only Sarutobi Hiruzen, and Danzo, the super watery Cage level. Advertisement Shisui is looking for treasure chests at sea. Jiraiya is still filming with his old classmates. Tsunade doesn't know which casino to send money to. As for Naruto, since Naruto seized the identity of 4th Mizukage Yagura Naruto by using the identity replacement card. Now he became Yagura Naruto, Sarutobi Hiruzen and others lost the memory that Naruto was the reincarnation of Sage of 6 Paths and was invincible in battle. Therefore, facing the threat of Cloud Shinobi Village, everyone in Konoha panicked. If I had known earlier, I would not have sent out so many high-level combat forces. In fact, Shisui and others were sent to the sea to develop marine business because they believed in Minato's strength.
With 4th Hokage Minato in Konoha, security is reassuring. But after the 5 Kages conference, Konoha agreed to let Minato abdicate Hokage and become the first Marine Marshal in order to gain the greatest benefit in the sea. Now he is stationed in the sea and it is difficult to contact him. Before, there were 3 Naruto shadow clones sitting in Konoha. But due to the special effect of the rule card, Sarutobi Hiruzen forgot about it. Through the perspective of Shadow Clone, he learned that Cloud Shinobi Village dared to send someone to kidnap Hinata. Naruto was furious. He directly logged into the account of the God organization Evil God, and made a big fuss in the Cloud Shinobi Village of the Kingdom of Thunder, making the headlines of the Ninja World Daily that day. Shocked, Accelerator of the God organization Evil God once again made a big fuss in Rain Shinobi Village. 4th Raikage was hospitalized for emergency treatment that day.
Twice a week into the emergency room, 4th Raikage may become the worst movie in history. Although Naruto's body is still being upgraded, it is impossible to actively use attacking abilities. But he uses the skin with Shadow Clone, and the ability to obtain the skin is not affected. The White Shinigami skin plus the Overlord heavy armor, although it has the level of fighting multiple Kage levels and even the peak Kage level. But his upper limit combat power is only at the peak of Kage level, and his output is still low, so he may not be able to pierce 4th Raikage who has unlocked the lightning-style chakra mode armor. Therefore, Naruto chose a stronger Yidung skin, even if it is Shadow Clone. Using this skin, it becomes Yidungming, which also has super Kage level combat power. Destroying a 4th Raikage is trivial. Facing the question from 4th Raikage, didn't you hit me just 2 days ago? Why are you hitting me again? Fang Tongming said, this is your own death. Then take him to the sky, take him to the ground, take him to spin, and take him to feel the pain. After beating Raikage, Naruto planned to chat with Killer Bee again. For example, throw a beast ring to 8 Tails, and then take 8 Tails as a 2.0 pet. It turns out that Killer Bee has been sent to Konoha. Because when he invested in Cloud Shinobi Village before, he had left the seal of Flying Thunder God on Killer Bee. So he used the Flying Thunder God card positioning system to directly lock the location of Killer Bee. In order to ensure that it can crush the Super Kage level Killer Bee, this time Naruto is the main body. B******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************�e suddenly appeared and touched his shoulder. Killer Bee backed away quickly, with a look of fear, and asked while singing. Naruto, who has become the image of the devil boy Neza, smiled very charmingly. I'm someone you can't afford. If you want to go to Konoha, then turn into a corpse. Open black lens bracket Carvin. I can't think of an interesting plot. Go crazy. Close black lens bracket. 171. Kageya's same type of divine art 800 gods airstrike. Cloud Shinobi ninjas are all wiped out. Advertisement. A 3 or 4-year-old child showed a handsome smile like the devil boy Neja, but said words that killed people. This scene looked extremely weird and ridiculous. You must know that Killer Bee is now a hot figure in the ninja world. Because he has mastered the ability of completely tailed beast, his strength has jumped from the peak of Kage level to the Super Shadow sequence. And it is not the Super Shadow elementary school of the last echelon of Super Shadow like 2nd Tsuchikage and 2nd Mizukage. The ancestors of the Mount Myoboku secret realm, Hado Daxianran Hama-wan, the ancestors of Ryachi Cave, the White Snake Immortal, and the ancestors of Shigulin agreed that Killer Bee's combat power even surpassed Namikaze Minato, the strongest of the original 5 shadows. You must know that Namikaze Minato has not yet mastered the high-output big move of Rasengan in the 3rd battle, and has already tied with the current combination of 4th Raikage and Killer Bee. The combination of the brothers 4th Raikage and Killer Bee, the improvement of strength is not as simple as 1 + 1. They have a very good relationship since they were young, and their cooperation is extremely tacit, coupled with the combination skills they have practiced all year round. It had Super Kage level power a few years ago. Now Killer Bee has thoroughly developed the Tail Beast hanger, and its strength has greatly improved. If Tail 04 is completely animalized, and less humanoid map modifiers such as Senju Hashirama, Uchiha Madara, and God Pain are used. Otherwise, the output of ordinary ninjas is really not enough in the face of the Tail Beast level defense. However, although the 3 sages concluded that it would be difficult for Namikaze Minato to cause harm to Killer Bee. In terms of combat power configuration alone, 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee is higher. But if Namikaze Minato and Killer Bee really fight, Killer Bee must die first. Why? Because Namikaze Minato possesses Flying Thunder God technique, one of the bug ninjutsu in the ninja world. No matter how high the output of 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee is, it is useless to miss it. Although Namikaze Minato is far inferior to Killer Bee who opened the Tail Beast in terms of hard power and output. But because he married Uzumaki Kushina, he learned all kinds of sealing techniques, even including the forbidden technique of ghoul sealing. The ghoul seal mastered by Namikaze Minato is not to the extent that 3rd Hokage can seal someone's hands at most. That's the forbidden technique, a seal that even big-tailed Kurama can't handle. Once Namikaze Minato brand ghouls are sealed, Killer Bee can't stand it. Unless Killer Bee threatens Namikaze Minato with Konoha, relatives and friends, he is not allowed to escape. Otherwise, in the battle between Killer Bee and Namikaze Minato, even if both sides are injured, Killer Bee may be the one who will live or die. But that is also Namikaze Minato, who once ruled the invincible hand of the three wars, relied on his invincible combat power and great military exploits, and became the fourth Hokage of Konoha as a civilian.
But now standing in front of Killer B, talking about turning him into a corpse opponent, is a 3 or 4-year-old child. Idiot, play guy. Killer B, I'm awesome. Killer B rapped nonchalantly, although the child who suddenly appeared just now patted the shoulder, but because the child's aura looked too ordinary. Under the perception of open-tail beast chakra, he found that the child was really just an ordinary person, not even a little chakra. Therefore, he had no intention of attacking the child at all. After speaking harshly, Naruto didn't do anything else. Killer B's perception is also correct. During the system upgrade stage, although Naruto can use some auxiliary abilities, he cannot actively attack, and his combat effectiveness is 0. Unless Killer B attacks him, triggering his auto combat mode. Advertisement. That way he can crush full automatic enough to crush Senju Hashirama, Uchiha Madara's semi-6 paths level combat power. Therefore, his face was full of provocation, and his arrogant eyes seemed to say,
"There is a kind of you to hit me. As long as you hit me, I can let you feel what it means to be stronger than Chaoing in combat power." Killer B said, "I am a super shadow master, I disdain to shoot an ordinary child." But Killer B didn't make a move, and Jonin, who came to Konoha with him, couldn't help it. The fundamental mission of their visit this time was to weaken Konoha. Taking advantage of the opportunity to kill Konoha's second most famous family after the Uchiha clan, the head of the Hyuga clan, and harvesting a pair of supercilious eyes by the way is just a basic operation.
The biggest goal is to attract Namikaze Minato, and fight in Konoha, forcing Namikaze Minato to be unable to escape. Then hang him up and even severely wound him, completely revealing Killer B's super shadow fighting power that swept across the invincible ninja world. Then, the position of number 1 ninja village in the ninja world should be changed. So when they saw a child blocking the way, they took a kunai with them. Go to hell, kid. Ding. It is detected that the host is under attack, because the host is in the process of upgrading, and cannot release the attack power, so it enters the automatic combat mode, close black lens bracket. There are 12 enemies detected. In order to ensure a wave of resolution, all the big moves will be released continuously until all enemies are eliminated or the host calls a stop. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. All the big moves of host are ready. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Open. Close black lens bracket. Don't. Killer B saw his teammate attacking an innocent child, and just wanted to stop him. As a result, as soon as he spoke, the painting style on the field changed suddenly, as if the end had come. The child's momentum soared, and he changed from a seemingly ordinary innocent child to a big devil who could destroy the world. The kunai thrown by Cloud Shinobi Jonin was instantly twisted into twists and iron powder by the spiral force defense field around Naruto's body.
Next moment, hundreds of giant palms volley down from the sky. Each giant palm is bigger than 8 Tails Gyuki itself. This 910 is an upgraded version of Naruto's god-level Taijutsu Yujugami Kagetsu that Naruto got from Ōtsutsuki Kagaya, Yahiokami Kagetsu. Before the palm fell, the slapping airwave had already knocked all the Cloud Shinobi village ninjas to death except Killer B.
The weakened version of Yasumi Skystrike played by Naruto at the beginning almost killed Sannin Jiraiya and Orochimaru, who had Kage-level peak strength. Even if Orochimaru uses Orochimaru flow body replacement technique, I spit myself, I was beaten physically. He had to use the Living Corpse Reincarnation technique to change into a beautiful girl with big breasts that he later regretted several times. The power of the Yahogami Skystrike today is not at the same level as the Yagami Skystrike that almost killed Sannin. At the moment when the giant palm appeared in the sky, the overwhelming momentum made the blood of the Cloud Shinobi ninja soar. But before their faces showed panic, the whole person turned into a cloud of blood mist. It all happened so fast. Naruto's automatic battle mode has just started. Less than a second after the first big move, Yabaishin Kongji, was released. The members are all special. Jonin started. Cage level is not yet full. Cloud Shinobi led by Chaoyang Killer B came to Konoha to make troubles and almost wiped out the team. There's only one Killer B left alive. What kind of update is this? Author, do you still want to write? Point 172. The No. 1 humanoid map modifier in the ninja world. 8 Tails Gyuki became my pet.
Advertisement, KR. Seeing all his teammates wiped out, Killer B's eyes almost popped out. Is this the normal kid who didn't even have a bit of chakra? You are kidding me. Killed a dozen Cloud Shinobi ninjas in seconds. Many of them are Jonin, even elite Jonin, but this is the beginning. Hundreds of giant palms came from the sky, almost covering all the escape directions of Killer B. Die, die, die. Killer B's body trembled instinctively.
The air wave that can be shot out with only the momentum shakes many Jonin into blood mist. Even with his cage-level normal strength, he couldn't fight against one of the giant palms. Not to mention hundreds of giant palms. But he said he is not panic, because his strongest mode has the high-level combat power of Super Shadow. Bring it on. So, Killer B ceased to be a human being, and started a completely 8 Tails battle mode in seconds. A titan with an 8-tentacled tail appears. One of the 9 natural disasters in the ninja world, 8 Tails Gyuki, recognized by the tailed beast world as the second child of 10,000 years, reappeared. Let's see who is stronger. Tailed beast. Ah. Before he finished speaking, Killer Bee was stunned by the first slap from the sky. Yashigami Skystrike alone crushed Six Paths Zuo Ming. What's more, this is an upgraded version of Yashigami Skystrike, Yahanshin Skystrike. Even if Naruto's energy intensity is not as good as Ōtsutsuki Kage's for the time being.
The 800 gods used are not necessarily stronger than Ōtsutsuki Kaguya's 80 gods. But it's not something that a little super shadow under 6 paths can compete with. Let alone a Killer Bee with a completely tailed beast. Even Pain Nagato, or even Senju Hashirama, Samsara Madara, can't take a few palms from Naruto who has turned on the full automatic combat system. Then the giant palms came one after another, and with just a few blows, Eight Tails Gyuki was beaten to the point of crying and howling.
Old miserable, Gyuki, who once competed with Kurama for the big brother of the tail beast, decisively decided to sneak back to Killer Bee's sealed space, otherwise he would really be killed.
Stop. If you don't shout to stop, you will really kill people. Looking at Killer Bee who was beaten to the last breath, Naruto looked helpless. What are you doing? Killer Bee advanced to the Super Shadow sequence. Look at the expansion of your Cloud Shinobi village, but you are at this level? I haven't even used my strength yet, I just let go of my first big move, and you fell down? To be honest, Naruto was really shocked. Your own strength is too strong. Every time he made a shot before, he had never attacked with all his strength. Even against Sannin Jiraiya and Orochimaru in the Earthquake Zone, it is a degraded version of the Yasami Airstrike, the Yagami Airstrike. Even against Konoha's highest combat power, including 4th Generation Dad, 3rd Generation, Jiraiya, Shisui, Kakashi, etc., he only played a shadow clone. As for sweeping the ninja world in the name of God, they all use trumpets. The purpose is only to defeat the leaders of the 10 forces, and the strength shown ranges from the peak of Kage level to the peak of Chaoing, which is far inferior to the main body's full strength attack. This time, everyone in Cloud Shinobi triggered their own automatic combat defense mode, causing them to attack with all their strength. In an instant, all the Jonin in Cloud Shinobi were wiped out. With a few palms per second, Fat Killer Bee was beaten half to death. It was only for the first time that Naruto saw the power of his full attack. That is really strong. Originally this battlefield was a forest. Now the forest landform is gone and turned into a valley. Advertisement this ability to modify the map, it even surpassed the Valley of the End played by Hashirama and Madara. Now the #1 map modifier in the ninja world is none other than him. This made Naruto start to worry. If someone in Konoha provoked him and triggered his automatic combat mode, then Konoha would be gone in minutes. According to the order in which he released his ultimate moves, Konoha may even disappear more thoroughly than Pain's Kryptonian version of Super God Luo Tianzheng after washing the ground. Now all I need is to complete this damn upgrade process as soon as possible, so that I can reach a controllable 6 paths combat power as soon as possible. Instead of just yelling to stop like now, it's hard to control the semi-6 paths level. This time he came here not only to induce the enemy to trigger his own automatic combat mode, but also to ensure that he can crush the Super Kage level Killer Bee. I want to conquer 8 Tails directly. Now he has tamed 3 tail beasts. 9 tails tamed at birth 3 years ago. Some time ago, I went to Sunagakure to tame the 1 tail. And Yagura's 3 tails, which was captured in the land of water not long ago. Because he used the Ring of Beasts to deal with the beast-tailed Yagura, not only did he regain the 3 tails, but even Jinchuriki Yagura became his pet. After using the Beast Ring, he can summon the tamed pet-tailed beasts at any time with the summoning technique, and he can also check the status of the 3-tailed beasts at any time. This will ensure that no one will take the opportunity to capture the 9-tailed beasts and combine them with 10 tails and 6 paths to pose a threat to him. And this time Cloud Shinobi Village dared to attack his Hinata sauce as in the original book, which completely angered him. Alright, Cloud Shinobi Village, now I, Naruto, tell you that the tailed beasts in your village are gone. Whether it's 8 tails or away, I want them all. Summoning technique 9 tails. The little fox 9 tails, who was still adventuring at sea with Luffy, Nami, and Itachi, suddenly appeared in the valley played by Naruto. And in the deepest part of the valley is the dead Killer Bee. Kurama, find a way to get your Gyuki brother out and make me tame. Otherwise, I will dry it to death, including the beast and Jinchuriki, and revive it in a weak state. Naruto's tone was calm, but it contained unspeakable anger. Kurama hurried up to work. The master has been making troubles everywhere and is very playful, but now he is so angry. It is also unknown what death Gyuki and his Jinchuriki did. Gyuki, your big brother and I, Kurama, are here, come out and play. Sensing the arrival of big brother Kurama, 8 Tails Gyuki, who was shivering in the sealed space above Killer Bee's stomach, seemed to be seeing a loved one. A pair of big eyes that are bigger than people are shining with tears of excitement. Brother, you must avenge me. We were all created by the Sage of 6 Paths, but brothers. Someone bullied me just now, and we brothers are united, and we will definitely be able to defeat the Devil King in the form of a child just now. Kurama. You are still trying to die, Hao Jiao. Kurama didn't dare to speak ill of the master casually. He looked at Naruto and got a hint, so he dared to say. What's the relationship between us? Leave the matter of revenge to brother. 8 Tails was almost moved to tears upon hearing this. As a result, as soon as it came out, it found that Nine Tails, who had just regarded it as its own brother, suddenly grew bigger, wrapped its 9 tails tightly around it, and then said to the child. I have imprisoned Yuki's movements. Master, take it. Shocked. 10,000 years of the tailed beast realm, Kurama actually calls a child his master? Also, just now we were blood brothers, but you sold me after changing hands. Open black lens bracket. You used taming ring on 8 tails Yuki. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. 8 tails Yuki becomes your pet. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Hosts current pets, summoning beasts, are 9 tails Kurama, Danzo, Bumblebee, 1 tail Shuzuru, 3 tails, Yagura, 8 tails Yuki. One close black lens bracket. 8 tails knelt at Naruto's feet. Owner, 173. Konoha's advanced combat power arrives. Disposable nuke Might Guy. Advertisement. The place where Naruto beat Killer Bee is dozens of miles away from Konoha. But because Naruto's ult is too powerful, almost everyone in Konoha heard the ground shaking. Knowing that Killer Bee, a Super Kage level master in Cloud Shinobi, who is now one of the best ninja masters, is coming to Konoha to see trouble, everyone panicked. Now hearing the huge vibration from a distance, it is very likely that it is a threat from a Super Shadow Master. The people in the leaves couldn't help but gasp. The power of the Super Kage level Jinchuriki, who fully grasps the power of the tailed beast, is so terrifying. Many people from other villages and even foreigners who immigrated to Konoha started packing and moving to flee for their lives. Konoha, who was promised to win 3 battles and 1 fight 4, is the safest. In the end, how long has it been? Konoha is about to encounter a village-level crisis again. Many people are regretting in their hearts. If they knew it, they would not have bought real estate in Konoha. It is the opinion of the majority to hand over the head of the Hyuga clan who killed the Cloud Shinobi ninja, Uchiha Heian. The residents of the Hyuga clan, because the call from Konoha to sacrifice Hyuga Heishi for safety is getting stronger and stronger. All the masters of the Hyuga family gathered together to discuss how to deal with this genocide crisis. The patriarch of the clan, Hyuga Heishi, his younger brother, Shang Hazashi, and others looked worried and at a loss. They just feel so innocent. It was obviously Cloud Shinobi's fault, but they actually wanted to kidnap Hinata. They killed the enemy in self-defense, but they were held accountable and asked to pay for their lives. This is so embarrassing. After all, it is still weak. Although the Hyuga family is Konoha's second most famous family after the Uchiha family, the family is rich in sentient elite Jonin, but lacks advanced combat power. Even the strongest of the clan, Suzerain Hyuga Heishi, only has the strength of elite Jonin, which is about the same as Kakashi. They didn't expect the old third generation to do anything, because Killer Bee, who has fully mastered the power of 8 tails and can completely transform into a tailed beast, is too powerful. Even if Namikaze Minato, who was still at sea, got the news and rushed over with the Flying Thunder God technique. With his Rasengan's output, he can't do any damage to the completely tailed bee. But Killer Bee spits out a few tailed beast bombs to wash the ground, and Konoha can disappear on the map. Hyuga Heishi shook his head and sighed. It seems that it can only. Before he finished speaking, his Odobi Hyuga Hazashi, Neji's father, stepped forward immediately. Brother, let me die for you. This family cannot live without you. Just take care of my son Neji. After a heated discussion, Hyuga Heishi still couldn't beat Odudu, and could only promise to treat Neji like a parent. Unlike the original, this time Hinata and Neji are also there. Hinata's tiny body was huddled in her mother's arms, very scared. Although Neji was young, he heard that his father was going to die, and hugged his father with a crying voice. Dad, it's obviously Cloud Shinobi who wants to kidnap Miss Hinata, and it's obviously their fault. Why do you have to die? Hyuga Hazashi sighed. Don't ask, it's because we are too weak. Don't blame the patriarch for this matter, it's all done voluntarily by me. Advertisement. Your mission is to protect Miss Hinata from now on, do you hear me? Neji cried and shouted. Don't, broken sound. Just when Hyuga Hazashi was about to slap himself to death with 8 trigrams palms, third generation brought some village masters to the Hyuga clan residence. For example, teaming up with Inoshika Cho, who is comparable to Kage level. For example, the normal strength can be divided 50-50 with Kakashi. With Krypton Life's big move 8 Gate Night Guy, the strength may be 50-50 equal to Naruto's body. Beat 8 Tails Killer Bee. Don't take it easy. Konoha Kanglin Beast Guy Emperor Might Guy. Of course, Might Guy may not be able to open 8 Gate at this time. Even if the 8 Gate is turned on, it is impossible, AEFA, to have the god-level power that almost kicked the finale in the Fourth War. After all, the period of the Fourth World War was the stage when the protagonist group's hangers-on started hanging out one after another. If he can survive until then and become the opponent of Six Paths Madara, Guy can be regarded as a ride on the lead of the protagonist group, becoming one of the hangers-on for the collapse of combat power. Therefore, this is also the reason why Guy's status in Konoha, that is, Elite Jonin, is not a Kage-level master, a one-time super master. After all, the last Might Die who opened the 8 Gate, although his strength is strong, is only a few minutes at a time at the high and peak Kage level. It killed 4 of the first generation Ninja 7, but also let 3 escape. Otherwise, if Konoha's senior management and even the ninja world know that Guy opened 8 Gate, he has reached the half-step 6 paths level that can instantly kill Chaoying. Even if it's just a one-time 6 paths combat power, it can become a nuclear Guy deterrent beyond the tailed beast. And don't say that other people don't know how strong Might Guy's strongest burst is. Even Guy himself doesn't know, after all, he has never opened 8 gate. Dozens of times more powerful than 5 cages, with the performance of Might Guy, it is far from being achieved. Therefore, Konoha's advanced combat power now believes that even if they join forces, they cannot fight against 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee. 3rd generation. What's wrong with you? Hyuga Heishi pressed the hand of Odudu, who was about to slap himself to death, faced 3rd generation and others, and asked. Sarutobi Hiruzen asked solemnly. You should have heard the movement from the big forest dozens of miles north of Konoha, right? Hyuga Heishi nodded, and asked again. Could it be that Cloud Shinobi Killer Bee has come? Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded with a serious face. According to Anbu's report, not long ago the Cloud Shinobi Jonin team led by Killer Bee came to the territory of the Land of Fire. According to the time, it should have almost reached the forest. Hyuga Heishi almost collapsed to the ground when he heard this. He's actually that strong. How many houses can be overturned through the movement caused by tens of miles? What kind of terrifying force is this? Even the tailed beast bomb of 9 tails may not have such power. God. Could it be that the strongest burst of the perfect Jinchuriki Killer Bee surpassed the wild 9 tails? It seems that I can only die for Oni-chan. Hyuga Hizashi stretched out his hand again, chakra flowed, 8 trigrams palms gained momentum, and was about to slap himself to death, but it was useless to stop him. What are you doing? Seeing that Hyuga Hizashi was about to commit suicide, Sarutobi Hiruzen froze. 1/3. 174. Flying Thunder Gods seals all over the world. I secretly controlled the 5-strong ninja village. Advertisement. Hyuga Heishi explained the reason. Cloud Shinobi sent someone to kidnap Hinata, but he counter-killed him. Now Cloud Shinobi is taking advantage of this to make trouble, using Chawing Killer Bee as a deterrent, and wants to hand over the murderer, otherwise it will destroy the Hyuga clan, Konoha. In order to save the village, his Ududu decided to sacrifice himself and die for him. Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to persuade, but still didn't speak. Because he knows it's the best way. After all, even if they go together, even if Minato comes, it may not be able to prevent Kila, who exploded with the power of 8 tails, from destroying Konoha. Unless someone sacrifices, seal this forbidden technique with a ghoul 8 tails. Otherwise, a fully tailed Killer Bee can fight against Konoha, which lacks advanced combat powers such as Jiraiya, Shisui, Kakashi, and Minato. And only sacrificing a branch house stand-in, Hyuga Hizashi, can block Cloud Shinobi's mouth, which is also the best solution. In the end, Sarutobi Hiruzen and even Konoha's many high-level combat powers all looked at Hyuga Hizashi together. Please. Rely on you. Even Hyuga Hizashi, who was ready to sacrifice, couldn't help being stunned, with a weird look on his face. Amount. Circle.operator. Oh circle.operator. You mobilize the crowd to run over, but I will die in the end. Papa, Yamaide, don't die. Neji hugged his father's thigh, shaking desperately. But being watched by so many people with hope, even if Hyuga Hizashi doesn't want to die, he has to die. He slapped his son Neji unconscious and handed it to Hyuga Heishi. Oni-chan, Neji is just asking you to take care of me. Hyuga Heishi nodded. From today, I will treat Neji like a parent. Hyuga Heishi laughed at himself. Trapped by the caged bird, Neji is nothing more than the son of the branch house. Parents, it's just a lie. If I knew it earlier, I would have squeezed it, and I was born a few minutes earlier. Refrain. Well. With a sigh, Hyuga Hizashi raised his hand to take a selfie with Tinling Guy. Might Guy, with a strong sense of justice, couldn't stand it anymore and was about to stop it. Suddenly, something hit the floor. Suddenly a person appeared in the middle of the hall. Naruto. Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes were full of disbelief, as if he couldn't believe what he saw was real. 3-year-old Naruto suddenly appeared in the Hyuga clan's residence? What are you guys doing? After Naruto beats Killer Bee and takes 8 tails as a pet, he plans to take Killer Bee back to Konoha and give it to 3rd generation as a gift for returning to the village. After all, he has been out for so long this trip, and today is the first time he has come back openly. In the past, when I used Shadow Clone back to Konoha to insert the Flying Thunder God spell, and even secretly left the mark of Flying Thunder God on others. They all performed 72 transformations and transformed into various images. The entire Konoha is a well-known master, regardless of gender, basically has his Flying Thunder God seal on his body. No matter where these people are or what they are doing, as long as he thinks, he can appear in front of them anytime. So he opened the Flying Thunder God brand Ninja Live map, trying to lock the location of the 3rd generation, so that he could teleport there directly and give the gift of Killer Bee. But he was surprised to find that 3rd generation, Might Guy, Ino Shikacho and others were all at Hyuga's house. Even his wife Hinata-chan and Neji, who died so badly in the original plot, were there. So he took Killer Bee, drove Flying Thunder God directly, and teleported to Hyuga's house. The thing that fell on the floor of his old man's house was the severely disabled Killer Bee, who was beaten so badly that even his relatives couldn't recognize him. Because the mission of God of Ninja World has been completed. And when Mist Shinobi was Mizukage, he had already tamed Terumi Mei and Hakura. Advertisement. Therefore, he directly lifted the identity replacement card. Terumi Mei thought she was Aizen, the phantom god of the God organization, but because she had been successfully conquered before. So he said he was an enemy, but his body obediently listened to his various arrangements. So, while Naruto left Kirigakure, Mist Shinobi is still his. After all, Terumi Mei, the village chief of Kirigakure, is his. And Mist Shinobi's highest combat power, the perfect three tails Jinchuriki Yagura, is also my pet. Even though Yagura has regained his memory, he still obeys his orders, and is at ease in front of the seventh brother of the seven brothers of Hulua. It's just that his status has changed from a younger brother to a leader. Among the 5 villages in the ninja world today, he has the highest control over Mist Shinobi and can be said to be the leader behind the scenes. The control over Cloud Shinobi village ranks second, even surpassing 4th Raikage himself. After all, half of Cloud Shinobi's ninjas have already accepted the employment of his Chamber of Commerce and will work for him for 30 years. As for the other half of the elite Cloud Shinobi ninjas who were not hired, more than half of them turned into blood mist in the automatic battle just now, and there were no corpses left. In addition, Cloud Shinobi's highest combat power 8 tails has become his shape. It can be said that the combat power of Cloud Shinobi village he has mastered even exceeds that of 4th Raikage. The third should be Sunagakure, 0, Seeking Flowers 00. One-Tail Shokuru and Bumblebee, who made Sunagakure 2 young cage-level masters, are all his pets. With just one thought, you can turn them against the water. Moreover, the Miao Ninja Idol Group and Miao Erniang cultural base he invested in. Now it has become Sunagakure's largest source of income. Iwagakure is about the same. He invested in Iwagakure to set up a factory, opened various stores, and recruited Iwagakure ninjas to work for him with a high salary. As for Konoha, his influence is also great. 9 Tails and Danzo are his pets. Konoha's number 1 master Namikaze Minato is his father. In Konoha's high-level cognition, as the reincarnation of Sage of 6 Paths, I can sweep the entire Konoha with a single shadow clone. But after using the identity replacement card, affected by the world rule card, 0 his pretended reincarnation of the Sage of 6 Paths was corrected to erase. Together with the things he did to subdue 9 Tails, shoot Danzo to death, slap Jiraiya, and shadow clone swept Konoha's highest combat power. Also forgotten by 3rd generation, Dad, Jiraiya, Shisui and other insiders. Under his investigation, Konoha's current knowledge of 9 Tails is that 9 Tails was lost on the night of the 9 Tails Rebellion. And he, Naruto, is just the son of Namikaze Minato, who was taken out by Shisui and Kakashi, former subordinates of 4th Hokage Anbu, to practice. As for the Konoha fleet, it has long been disbanded and has become the 3rd of Marine's combat power. But although others have forgotten, his pet Danzo has not. He knows that there are 3 shadow clone masters in this village. So he didn't panic at all, and he didn't take Killer Bee seriously at all. When it's time to eat, to drink, to engage in conspiracy, to do things for the benefit of the master. His behavior was regarded by others as greedy for life and afraid of death. However, although Naruto hasn't done anything in Konoha yet, his control over Konoha is not bad at all. Now Konoha's second in command, Konoha's Darkness Danzo is his subordinate. Shisui has become Marine Admiral, which is no longer Konoha's combat power. Jiraiya had a great time outside and didn't plan to go back to the village for a while. Itachi has also become his subordinate under Kyoka Suigetsu's hypnosis, and is now taking risks in the pirate group. Even his father, Minato, was under his arrangement to step down from the position of Hokage and become the Marshal of Marine. Because he will go back to Konoha to do things next time, if Dad is still Hokage, it will be a bit difficult to start. 175. Naruto. I picked up this semi-disabled 8 Tails Jinchuriki on the road. Advertisement in fact, even if you don't make troubles in various villages and control them secretly. But relying on hard power, he can also beat the entire ninja world. Just sending out a few shadow clones is enough. No, he doesn't even need to do it himself. Just the pets he has now, re-synthesized 2 Super Cage level masters, perfect 9 Tails Jinchuriki Danzo, perfect 8 Tails Jinchuriki Yagura. Coupled with the ninja portal system he established with the Flying Thunder God technique, it is enough to sweep the ninja world. The so-called Flying Thunder God portal means that his shadow clone changes into the shape of a door everywhere where the Flying Thunder God spell is inserted. When you walk into the door, you will be teleported to any place in the ninja world by shadow clone. This kind of troop transmission across the entire ninja world is enough to push any ninja village across. Even Pain Nagato and Shenrendu's 4 Emperors level combat power can't stand up to the Tailed Beast Bomb sneak attack of perfect 9 Tails Jinchuriki and perfect 8 Tails. 027. Julie anytime, anywhere. But in Naruto's view, governance sustained by fear is, after all, uninteresting. It would be more fun to gradually encroach on the major ninja villages and even the entire ninja world by economic means. Think about how interesting it would be if one day even the shadows of the villages became employees of his companies. In addition to the 5 great ninja villages, the Naruto Chamber of Commerce under his banner has also begun to enter various small countries and small ninja villages. And the process of adventure and treasure hunting in the sea is also the process of his traveling to Shounen villages in various places. Although he intends to return to the village, the main position is still on the sea, and he will take risks with Luffy. Anyway, with Flying Thunder God, you can go to the sea at any time. The same goes for Itachi. Last moment he could still play with his brother. That moment into his Flying Thunder God portal, back out to sea. Back to the present time. Seeing Naruto, the son of the fourth generation, suddenly appear from the air, everyone was startled. Under such a tense situation, a person suddenly appeared. Everyone's first reaction was the enemy, and they wanted to make a move, but it turned out that it was just a 3 or 4-year-old child, the son of fourth Hokage. As a result, Naruto threw something on the floor and said, "I picked this up on the road, and said it came to Konoha to find you, Grandpa third generation, do you know it? Also, what are you guys doing here?" Everyone saw that the thing picked up by Naruto on the road was actually a man who had been beaten with black eyes and blue eyes, and he couldn't tell who it was, and he was only half-breed. Shocked, the son of the fourth generation suddenly appeared and threw a person. Suddenly disturbed by Naruto's outburst, Hyuga Hisashi intends to kill himself with his palms raised high above his head. "It's not true if you hit him, it's not true if you don't hit him." Finally he replied, "Because of this, such and such, I am planning to commit suicide." Sarutobi Hiruzen hurriedly asked a barrage of questions. "Naruto, were you using the Flying Thunder God technique just now? How did you learn this? What about Uchiha Itachi with you? Who is this man you brought back? How is he dying?" "He is." Naruto was about to answer, but was interrupted suddenly. Konoha John in class monitor, Konoha think tank Nara Shirju exclaimed. "I know who this man is. You may not believe it, but he is Cloud Shinobi Killer B." Ah! Advertisement. When Naruto said this, everyone was completely dumbfounded. "Are you kidding me? This guy who has been beaten up badly, probably even his mother can't recognize him, the guy who is only half alive. Could it be Killer B, the one who scared us all the way?" Naruto nodded. "That's right, as expected of Konoha military advisor, I didn't expect to be beaten like this, almost out of human shape. You can still see his identity." "Thank you." Naruto said again, "Actually, I observed, analyzed, and deduced it based on various details. First, through these, I can confirm that this person is Killer B." After he finished speaking, he realized it by himself, and was immediately stunned. "Is this guy who was beaten to death really Killer B?" "Naruto, what the hell is going on here?" Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help asking. Grandpa third generation, I'll answer the question you ask slowly." Naruto looked at Hinata, who blinked his big eyes and looked at him curiously, and smiled. "First, I did learn my dad's signature ninjutsu, the Flying Thunder God technique. Then, on the way back, I saw a child fighting with this person again. This person was not the child's opponent at all, and he was beaten half to death after 2 or 3 blows." "Child?" The third generation was shocked and asked anxiously, "What kind of child?" "If you want to say that the children who are invincible in the ninja world today belong to Sunagakure's Gaara and Kankuro, Konoha's Uchiha Itachi, and Iwagakure's explosion-style Dorada. But these people are strong, they have Kage-level strength at a young age. How could they defeat Super Shadow Master Killer B? Could it be?" He once received a piece of news that was not sure about the accuracy, saying that Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki organization and the former #1 ninja master, the demigod Hanzo of the Salamander, were both demonized by the 5 sense organs. The mysterious child hangs and beats. And this child is said to be the devil boy Neza, a member of the mysterious god organization. But no one believed that there would be a child who could defeat these 2 Super Shadow Masters one after another. Third generation originally thought this information was false. Naruto immediately drew the image of Neza, one of his vests. He has straight bangs on his forehead, a double pine hairstyle on the top of his head, and 2 panda eyes that seem to have not slept well. With heavy eye makeup, rows of dyes, and a sinister smile, he looks terrifying. There is a mark of flames on his forehead, a gold collar around his neck, and he looks like a bare child with bare feet. Third generation's pupils shrank sharply. This is exactly what the mystery kid in the intelligence looks like. Is this devil boy Neza real? What kind of power is this god organization? At the beginning, I thought that the white Shinigami who appeared in Sunagakure and slapped 4th Kage Luo Sha was very strong, but now it seems that he is the weakest of the god organization. The 4 known members of the god organization today. Havoc Sunagakure beats white Shinigami White of 4th Kage. Neza, the devil boy who defeated Hanzo and God Pain in a row in Rain Shinobi Village. Use illusion to control 4th Mizuga Yagura instead of Aizen. Raid Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village beat up 3rd Tsuchikage, 4th Raikage's Evil God Accelerator. From the peak of Kage level, where Jiraiya, Chio and other Kage level masters have been besieged. To the Super Shadow peak that can hang and fight Hanzo, 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer B, and God Pain, there are. The strength of the members is simply terrifying. Naruto saw that Sarutobi Hiruzen's face changed again and again, as if he was scared to pee. He doesn't know what the third generation is thinking. Otherwise, he might comfort and say, "Don't panic, the members of the God organization are all my trumpets and vests." Point 176. The pure land of ultimate bliss is in Cloud Shinobi. Nadako Village makes an appointment with Shizuka. Advertisement. Naruto appeared in Konoha with the Flying Thunder God technique and brought back the half-dead Killer B, which completely shocked everyone in Konoha. Seeing the incredible expressions of the adults, Hinata was a little surprised. She couldn't help but tugged at her mother's sleeve and asked, "Mama, who is he?" "He is Naruto, the son of 4th Hokage, a super genius who mastered the Flying Thunder God technique at the age of 3. Hearing this, Hinata showed an even more surprised expression on her cute little face. She looked at Naruto with a lovely blush on her face and became incredibly curious about the boy. Because she didn't know that she had heard her father say that Naruto was excellent once. Naruto heard his lovely wife calling him, and immediately came up to say hello. Suddenly a figure flashed on the field. It turns out that Namikaze Minato has arrived. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen, he immediately responded, saying, I got the news and immediately rushed back with Flying Thunder God. Looking at the situation, Killer Bee hasn't arrived yet? Then let's prepare quickly. If Killer Bee has mastered the ability to completely transform into a tailed beast, then it will be difficult for me to deal with him. So you guys have to create opportunities for me. Let me find a way to use Flying Thunder God technique to transfer him away from 04. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the man on the ground with a pig's head in a strange face, and shook his head. No, he's already here. What? Killer Bee has arrived. Where is he? Huh? Minato also noticed the half-dead person lying on the ground, pointed with his hand, and asked, who is this? Sarutobi Hiruzen. He is Killer Bee. Namikaze Minato. Am I hearing it wrong, or is third generation wrong? He leaned forward and squatted down, took a closer look, and was stunned. Really, Killer Bee? What's going on with all this? Minato looked shocked. Third generation said, then you have to ask your son. Everyone stepped aside, revealing Naruto, who was talking to Hinata, but was blocked by others because of his short stature. Naruto, you're back? Long time no see, Kushina and I miss you. Namikaze Minato looked surprised. Since Naruto defeated them with Shadow Clone and left Konoha, they have never seen each other again. Naruto shook his head secretly. I just met you at the Five Cages convention not long ago. At that time, you were Hokage and I was Mizukage. We happened to be sitting next to each other. Do you think it was a coincidence? I greet you and call me Brother Minato, you still call me Brother Yagura, and you still say that I am not mean enough to kidnap the genius boy Uchiha Itachi from your village. Remember when you asked me for Uchiha Itachi, we almost fought. Knowing that Naruto accidentally obtained the Sage of Six Paths treasure chest, from which he mastered the Flying Thunder God technique. Minato said that he is indeed my son, and then asked how many Flying Thunder God spells Naruto can release at the same time, and how far is the maximum distance. Naruto didn't say a specific number enough to cover the entire ninja world, for fear of scaring his father. After all, he inserted tens of thousands of Flying Thunder God kunai on the first day alone. As for the distance limit, it's easy to cover the entire ninja world. Seeing his son chatting well with Hinata, Minato and Hyuga Heishi smiled at each other, showing the old father's smile. Knowing that Naruto is back, Minato immediately drives the Flying Thunder God technique to bring Kushina back from the sea. Then the family of three reunited. After the meal, Kushina mysteriously took out a photo of him swimming with Temari and Iluji in Sunagakure and replied. Son, tell mom the truth. Which of these two do you like? Don't tell me you want them all. Kushina looked nervous, afraid that her son would choose Iluji, whose real gender was a boy, and even more afraid that her son would know the boy. Seeing mom's eyes, Naruto seemed to understand something. Mom, you misunderstood. I'm still young. I can't fall in love early. Kushina withdrew his fist. You're smart. It doesn't matter which one you choose. We'll talk about it when you grow up. Naruto. Mom, if you tell me, you may not believe it, but I actually have a sister Dashangyu as a maid. Advertisement in Kirigakure's 5th Mizukage Terumi Mei also said that when I grow up, she wants to marry me. Because he learned the Flying Thunder God technique and the multiple shadow clone technique, Naruto has decided to obey his mother's request and stay in Muto. Anyway, he can teleport to the sea at any time, in Cloud Shinobi Village. 4th Raikage, who just woke up after being beaten into Cloud Shinobi No. 1 hospital by Naruto, learned that his Ododo had been beaten half to death, and was captured by Konoha's people. A tough guy can't bear it either, immediately passed out again and was sent to the emergency room. Cloud Shinobi Village committed suicide, suffered severe injuries, and signed a shameful agreement with Konoha, cede land and pay compensation in exchange for Killer Bee. But 4th Raikage has no idea that Eight Tails has become Naruto's pet. And Killer Bee himself was also used by Naruto for Kyoga Suigetsu hypnosis. He felt that only by dancing in the pure land of bliss can he become stronger. So Killer Bee returned to Cloud Shinobi Village, which is rich in muscular brothers, and spread various dances. Come on, everyone dance with me. The painting style of Cloud Shinobi Village gradually deteriorated. Time passed day by day. On this day, Naruto and Luffy's pirate group came to Nadeshiko Village. This village is a women's village, and the residents are all women, and all of them are Da-Yuashang. Even Yi Kang, who is ranked among the 5 evils in the ninja world by her breasts, and Nami, the heroine of One Piece who is rich in big-breasted girls, have a lot of pressure. Especially the village chief with short orange hair and big breasts, who is comparable to Yi Kang and Nami in terms of figure. And Naruto knows better that this person's strength was once 50-50 with Jiraiya in the plot. By coincidence, this big-breasted female village chief is also at the age of marriage. Originally, in the original plot, Jiraiya was supposed to go to the village to collect materials and peep into the bathroom, but he didn't come. So the female village head of Fuzzy Village made an agreement with the elders in the village that the next man they meet, regardless of their age or appearance, as long as they can beat her, they can marry her. Then she ran into the Naruto pirates. Let's fight, as long as you can defeat me, I will. The female village chief of Nautico looks at the oldest male member of the pirates, 17-year-old Luffy. Upon hearing the duel, Luffy's eyes lit up. Duel or something, he likes it best. But Naruto told him that if he wins, he must stay and marry and have a lot of children. Luffy broods, duels, wants, marries, don't. Can you just run away after winning the battle and not get married? Luffy asked Naruto. Naruto shook his head. That's the behavior of a scumbag. Luffy immediately said, I won't fight with you, you can find him. So he threw in the towel and pointed at Uchiha Itachi. Itachi knows the rules, and looking at that figure, he is hotter than his mother, so he decisively admits defeat. Then the short-haired orange sister looked at the 3-year-old Naruto, the captain of the pirates, with a strange expression on her face. She said at the beginning that she doesn't care about a man's age. But that means it doesn't matter even if she is 10 years older than her. Instead of being 10 years younger than him, 3 years old, what's the use? There is no way to have a baby with her, alas, she could see that she would not be able to get married in this life. But you can't let her disciples not get married too. Knowing that Naruto is the son of Konoha 4th Hokage, she immediately took the opportunity to tell Naruto, let my apprentice Shizuka compete with you later. It happened to trigger the task of Naruto growing up and fighting Nadeshi Shizuka. Naruto, this is my disciple Shizuka, if you can defeat her in the future, you can marry her. In Naruto's eyes, a black-haired little girl blinked her big eyes and was led out by her master. Did he know that when he grows up, his figure is no less than that of Hinata? 177. Take 9 tails to take the portal sent by Flying Thunder God to Kusanagi village to pick up Shanglin. Advertisement, it's lunchtime today, Kushina sighed. Naruto hurriedly asked, Mom, what's wrong? It was Minato who understood his daughter-in-law and explained, your mother must be thinking about her clan. After all, the country of Uzumaki is dead, and the Uzumaki family does not know if there are any survivors. I have sent people to look for it before, but I couldn't find it. Kushina rubbed her red eyes. When I thought that I might be the only survivor of the Uzumaki clan, I just... In this ninja world where 3 world wars broke out in the past few decades, genocide is a common thing. Naruto stood on the stool, stood on tiptoes, patted his mother on the shoulder, and comforted. During this trip, I saw a red-haired girl in Kusanagi village. I wonder if she is a survivor of the Uzumaki clan. Also, I heard that the red-haired 4 emperors who dominate the sea also have red-haired, maybe they are also members of my mother's clan. The 2 people Naruto mentioned are Uzumaki Kafos and Uzumaki Nagato, survivors of the Uzumaki clan. Nagato is Jiraiya's disciple, and in terms of status, he can be regarded as Namikaze Minato's younger brother. It can be said that the strength is at the top level in the ninja world without Naruto and his trumpet. And Shanglin is a surviving girl in Uzumaki village. In the future, she will meet the scumbag Sasuke and make a mistake for her life. Originally, Naruto's next goal was to lead the pirates to rescue Shanglin, and arrange for her to join the pirates by the way, so that the experts in the group could train her. But since Mother misses the tribe so much, it is better to take Shanglin home and let Mother take care of her, so that Mother will be happy too. Kushina was very excited when she heard that there was a little red-haired girl in Kushinobu village, so she hurriedly asked Minato, do you have the Flying Thunder God spell in Kushinobu village? If so, take me there directly.
Minato shook his head. The number of Flying Thunder God spells that I can maintain at the same time is limited, and most of them are currently placed on the leaves in the sea. It is not found in other ninja villages, and even if it is, it will be discovered. After all, my Flying Thunder God Kanai is very famous in the ninja world. Quote. Kushina was a little disappointed when he heard that, but then he stood up and said, then I'm leaving for Kusanagi village now. If that little girl is from my tribe, I'll take Konoha back to take care of her. You two can take care of your meals these days. Door. Water. Kushina is too impatient. Naruto smiled, stood on tiptoe, pressed Kushina down, and said, Mom, please sit down first, the tribe you want will be here soon. Why? Quote. Naruto didn't explain much, but planned to surprise his mother. Minato's father has a limited number of Flying Thunder God spells, but he doesn't have one, and he can engrave the seal of the Flying Thunder God spell on anything, which has a strong camouflage effect, and others can't find it at all. Even if it is found that famous people all over the world have his Flying Thunder God seal on their bodies, unless the person is dead, it will have an effect. And inside and outside Kusanagi village, he placed more than a dozen Flying Thunder God seals.
One of them was at Shanglin's house. He kicked 9 tails who was still eating under the table, and secretly ordered it to follow his shadow clone to take the portal sent by Flying Thunder God to Kusanagi village. Different from the taste of normal people, Kurama likes to eat dark dishes the most, and he is eating with great relish. Upon hearing the master's order, it immediately ran into Naruto's bedroom. There is Naruto's shadow clone, and Kurama is teleported directly to the home of Karin in Uzumura Ninja Village.
Because Naruto used the identity replacement card to replace Yagura's identity, Minato and others lost all kinds of awesome events before Naruto, including Naruto's taming of 9 tails as pets. So Minato and Kushina don't know that the pet fox raised by Naruto in their family is the strongest 9 tails among the 9-tailed beasts. Grass Ninja Village. Advertisement. After the demise of the Uzumaki family, Shanglin's mother wandered to the country of grass and was taken in by Grass Hidden Village. She also had an independent house, but the price was that she had to use her healing physique to contribute to the village. In order to raise her daughter Xianglin and support the family, she alone uses her healing physique to help many ninjas in Kaoyan village heal and recover from their injuries, in exchange for a small living space after the family's tragic disaster.
But more and more ninjas are injured, and more ninjas need treatment. With the medical conditions in Kaoyan village, it is far from being able to accept so many disabled and seriously injured people. Sao Ninja village can only squeeze Xianglin's mother and use her special physique for treatment. At this time, Xianglin's mother's arm was full of bite marks, every bite and every tooth mark. After biting, it turned into a piece of blue and purple flesh. But in order to protect Xianglin, she desperately treated the wounded in the village. If it goes on like this, sooner or later she will be sucked dry of chakra and die. Xianglin threw herself on her mother and cried, "Mom, let's escape. If this goes on, you will die." At this time, Xianglin's mother was too weak to go to the ground. Xianglin's mother smiled wryly and said, "Our Uzumaki family members have a large number of Chidora and extremely tenacious vitality, but they are also feared because of this." Under the joint strangulation of foreign forces, their families were destroyed, leaving only a small number of people living in various villages and living under the fence, gradually apathetic. Although the ninja world is huge, where can we find shelter? Xianglin said, "Mom, didn't you say that there is a very famous person in our Uzumaki family, named Uzumaki Kushina, who is now the wife of Konoha 4th Hokage? Can't we go to Konoha and ask Kushina-sama for help?" Xianglin's mother shook her head. "Oh, if it was before, it would still be possible. But now, it is impossible for Grass Ninja Village to let us go. But, I can't escape, but you still have hope. I will find a way, find an opportunity, and let you escape." Xianglin, "Mom doesn't want you to live like me, want to escape? Are you looking for death?" The door opened suddenly, and the ninjas from Kusanagi village broke in. Xianglin's small body stood beside her mother, as if protecting her. Xianglin's mother begged, "You can torture me however you want, but please let my daughter go." The ninja of Sao Ninja village smiled and said, "Don't worry, as long as you mother and daughter serve the village well and serve as tools for the village's treatment, we will not do anything to you. But you must be more honest, next time you try to escape, I will teach your daughter a lesson like this now." As he spoke, he raised his palm, wanting to hit Xiangfo's. Xianglin was so frightened that she closed her eyes, but she kept her hands open, trying to protect her mother. Xianglin's mother struggled and wanted to get up to protect her daughter, but she couldn't get up because she was too weak. "Kurama, be careful not to destroy the house." Xianglin closed her eyes tightly in fright, "Good Zhao," and was ready to be beaten, but such words came from her ears. Listen to the voice, it's a little boy. Then there was a loud splash, and her feet were shaken. She fell directly, but was suddenly hugged. She opened her eyes curiously and saw that it was a little blond boy with a sunny smile on his face, looking very warm. Beside him, a little fox was slowly withdrawing its paws. And the ninja of Kusanagi village who originally wanted to hit her had already collapsed under the wall. A huge crack like a spider web appeared on the wall. "I'm here to save you, are you alright?" Naruto asked. Xianglin blushed, I'm fine. Xianglin has been used since she was a child, and no one has cared for her except her mother. It can be said that she is looking forward to a prince who can save her from this danger." She originally thought it was just a delusion, but unexpectedly, a little blonde prince came riding a fox. For the first time, in Xianglin's heart, besides her mother, there was another person living in her. 178. The Kurama skin mode of golden phosphorus. Kusanagi, don't come here. Advertisement. Xianglin didn't see it because her eyes were closed, but her mother saw everything. When Chunin of Kusanagi village wanted to fight Xianglin just now, a blonde boy riding a fox suddenly appeared in the room out of thin air. Looking at his age, he looks about 3 or 4 years old, about the same as Xianglin. Just when she was wondering who this child was and why he suddenly appeared in her home, the little boy told the fox not to destroy the house. Then the little fox stretched out its tiny paws, and tapped Chunin village Chunin lightly. Then, as if he had been hit by a huge object, he slammed into the wall with such force that it almost knocked down the whole house. If the little boy hadn't saved Xianglin, Xianglin's mother would have thought that some villain wanted to destroy her family. As the important tools of the village, Xianglin's mother and daughter, Sao Ren village naturally sent people to strictly guard them to prevent them from escaping. Hearing the movement, many ninjas rushed over immediately. When they saw their companions lying on the ground, as well as an unidentified little boy and a fox, they immediately surrounded them and asked, "Who are you?" Naruto ignored them, but put down Karin and took a step back, leaving only Karin in front of him. Xianglin looked dull. "My red fox prince actually." In fact, Xianglin misunderstood. Naruto didn't want to use Xianglin as a shield, but he was afraid that he would be beaten by people from Kusanagi village. Although he is only a shadow clone now, if he is attacked, the automatic combat mode with full firepower will be triggered. Although the combat power is not as strong as the main body, but at least it is at the peak of Kage level. And it is still uncontrollable. After all, the automatic combat mode is aimed at destroying the enemy and protecting oneself. If you don't stop in time, the remaining power of the battle alone can kill Xianglin's mother and daughter. Therefore, he can't trigger the passive big move, otherwise the village is probably gone. As for directly driving Flying Thunder God technique and taking Xianglin and her daughter away, Naruto shook his head. If you don't make trouble in this village, how can you be worthy of the suffering of Shanlin's mother and daughter? Originally, he planned to let Kurama take action to teach these people in Kusanagi village a lesson. But he found that Kurama's attack was not serious, and almost destroyed the house just now. Obviously the next battle can't let Kurama make a move. If it accidentally spits out a tailed beast bomb, the village will be nuked. It doesn't matter if you kill the people in Sound Ninja village, but it would be bad if you hurt Shanlin's mother and daughter. Therefore, considering the above, Naruto decided to arrange Shanlin, who is the weakest of allies, as the main output of the next battle. Shanlin, the next battle will be left to you, huh? Hearing Naruto's words, Karin's mother and daughter were all dumbfounded. Are you, serious? In the confused eyes of Shanlin's mother and daughter, Naruto gave Kurama a look. In terms of plugins, he has a lot. Since Shanlin is arranged to take action, the cheats must be enough. Kurama immediately put a chakra cloak on Karin. Although it is not Nine Tails Jinchuriki, this chakra code is not as good as the Nine Tails mode in terms of battery life. But in terms of intensity, it exceeds the Nine Tails mode in the original plot when Naruto has not yet reconciled with Nine Tails. And this is the chakra coat, skin, sent by Kurama himself. It is much stronger than the chakra coat wholesaled by Naruto of Kurama mode to his friends in the original 4 wars. On the whole, the Kurama chakra skin presented by Nine Tails is almost close to the Nine Tails chakra mode that Naruto originally snatched chakra from Kurama. And how strong is Naruto who has mastered the Nine Tails chakra mode? The specific performance refers to the early stage of the Fourth World War. At that time, Naruto's body strength was undoubtedly already at the high level of Super Shadow like Killer Bee. Advertisement and Shadow Clone can fight back and forth with masters such as Third Raikage, whose strength is at least Kage level. Even if Shanlin is only a few years old now, he hasn't learned any ninjutsu, and he doesn't have much fighting will or experience. But her skin sheet is too strong. Just giving it to an ordinary Kage level can make him a Kage level peak or even a Super Kage level master. Just like a baby, no matter how weak it is, with its size, it can crush a bunch of bugs to death if it rolls around casually. If you now get the fragrant phosphorus that is plugged into Kurama's skin, and fight against a group of miscellaneous fish that are not even Kage level in the Grass Ninja village, and you can't crush them, then Kurama will really cry. Kusanagi village's highest combat strength is Jonin. Even if he stands there and let the whole village output for a whole day, he can break Shanlin's Nine Tails chakra code, and Kurama loses. With Nine Tails chakra, which can be called the top level of strength, even if Shanlin doesn't know any ninjutsu, he can have extremely high attack just by leveling A. Kurama was ordered by his master not to make a move, lest he accidentally cause too much damage and even trigger his battle mode, that would be bad. So it could only stand behind Shanlin like its master, with its 2 little paws folded in front of its chest, and silently said to Shanlin in its heart. Damn it, master is watching, don't embarrass me. Seeing the ninjas from Kusanagi village coming forward, Shanlin looked anxious. Trust me, you're fine, you're strong now. Naruto hid behind the incense and gave her a sunny smile. Although what Naruto said is ridiculous, and what he did is so scumbag, it shouldn't be believed. Seeing the warm sunshine of Naruto, Shanlin's heart moved for no reason, and he believed it foolishly. Maybe it's not because I believe it, but because I want to protect this handsome little boy and her mother with my own body. When the ninja in Kaoin village reached out to grab him, Shanlin subconsciously raised his hand to block it. In the exclamation of Shanlin's mother open black lens bracket, be careful close black lens bracket. Boom. The ninja of Grass Ninja village was blown away by Shanlin. Shanlin's mother was stunned. The ninjas in Kusanagi village were stunned. Even Shanlin himself was stunned. A 3 or 4-year-old girl accidentally knocked a Chunin away? This kid has a problem, let me do it. A Jonin from Kusanagi village came up and performed a ninjutsu attack on Shanlin. Don't be afraid. Despite Naruto's words, Kaoru couldn't help but close her eyes when she saw Jonin attacking with powerful ninjutsu, and let out a cry. After all, she was only a 3-year-old girl. When she opened her eyes, she found that she was fine. Kusanagi village Jonin. Eat my big move, Shanlin. I didn't. Grass Ninja village Jonin. Hey, I still can't believe it, take my big move. Shanlin. Hey, I'm alright. Grass Ninja village Jonin. I don't believe in evil yet, look at my nirvana. Shanlin. I'm fine? Shanlin's mother was completely stunned. She couldn't comprehend what was happening before her eyes. My 3-year-old daughter was attacked by so many powerful ninjutsu from Mr. Jonin of Kusanagi village, but she was fine. Naruto patted Karin on the shoulder behind him. It's your turn, go. The golden body Shanlin nodded, and gradually stepped forward, forming a crushing and oppressive momentum. All the ninjas in the Grass Ninja village. You, don't come here. 179. Conquering Kimimaro, Orochimaru. Obviously I came first. Advertisement with the golden body Shanlin, who opened the Kurama skin and beat all the ignorant Kusanagi village ninjas into Sabi, knelt down and cried and begged Shanlin to spare the dog's life. Naruto ended this operation to save Kafo's. He asked Kurama to also give Nine Tails chakra to Mother Phosphorus. The root cause of the mother's weakness is that too much chakra has been absorbed due to overload therapy. Now Kurama adjusted the chakra and sent it to the mother of Shanlin, which made her body recover a lot. Then Naruto rode on Kurama, stretched out both hands, and said to the mother and daughter of Kafos. Come on, hold my hand, and I'll take you to a good place. Kaoru took Naruto's hand without hesitation. Seeing her daughter being so active, her mother couldn't help smiling, but she also took Naruto's hand. After all, the fox is too powerful, she believed it was the legendary Nine Tails. If Naruto wants to harm them, he doesn't need to cheat at all, he can do it directly by force. The camera turns. Naruto opened the Flying Thunder God technique, and brought the mother and daughter of Xianglin to his bedroom. Where is this? Xianglin mother and daughter looked carefully. Naruto. This is Konoha, my bedroom. Come out with me, and I'll take you to see my mother, she should be very happy. Fragrant phosphorus mother and daughter, Konoha? Weren't we in Kusanagi village just now? On the other side, Naruto himself said to Kushina. Mom, well, they have arrived. Kushina was wondering what his son said suddenly. Then he saw two women walking out of his son's bedroom. A frail woman about her own age, the other is a little girl who looks about the same age as Naruto. And both of them have red hair. Master Kushina? Xianglin's mother looked in disbelief. Are you a survivor of the Uzumaki clan? Kushina was surprised and delighted. What follows is the scene where the clansmen of the subjugated country recognize each other with tears. Naruto has already finished his lunch and helped his mother solve another problem. So he left a shadow clone, and the body teleported directly to the pirates. Anyway, all the members of the pirate group have the seal of Flying Thunder God left by him. At this time, the pirate group had just left Nautico village and was heading to the next stop, the Kingdom of Ghosts. It's a pity that the queen of the ghost country has died because of the seal at this time. Naruto left after seeing Xian. In this adventure, he has been to the Earth Spider clan, met Ying, been to Kongnin village, met Usulfur. He also rescued Fenghua Xiaoshui, the princess of Snow Country, and defeated the killer sent by his usurping uncle. And arranged for its Xingming Entertainment to recruit Fenghua Xiaoshui as a child star, with Fuji Fuxaoyi as her stage name. In addition to being with the pirates, he secretly accepted two important people by himself. During his reign as Yagura at Mist Shinobi, a long-term quest with a high bounty was issued. Look for the ninja who owns the blood succession limit and hand it over to the village. The found owners of the blood successor boundary will form the blood successor alliance, which will help develop and master the blood successor boundary ability to avoid becoming a monster in the world. And this time, before the ghost man would not kill him again, he first found Shuouyubai who had the limit of the blood of ice escape. Advertisement in the village where Bai was born, the villagers fear and hate the power of blood succession. Both Bai's mother and Bai have blood succession boundaries, but Bai's father found out. Bai's father led people to kill Bai's mother. The terrified Bai accidentally used the power of Bingden and killed everyone. He became an orphan and wandered everywhere. Because he accidentally killed his father and villagers, Bai Yi was afraid of his own talent and regarded it as a curse, so he lived a muddle-headed life every day without any goals. When Naruto met Shiro, he gave Shiro something to eat. Bai asked gratefully, "Is there anything I can do for you?" Naruto said, "I need you to be my property." Bai, who was finally needed, was no longer dazed for the first time, and decided to follow Naruto and give his all for him. It's too easy to subdue White with a piece of bread. He didn't even open his mouth. In addition to Bai, Naruto also accepted Kimimaro who has the blood succession limit of Dead Bone Pulse. Knowing that the Wei Yoruichi clan rebelled, Naruto left Shadow Clone in the pirate group, and Naruto rushed to Kirigakure with his pet Nine Tails. He also meets an old friend, Sanin Orochimaru. As a senior blood follower collection controller, Orochimaru has long coveted Kimimiro's body with Dead Bone Pulse. 0. Ask for flowers, definitely qualifies as a vessel for his living corpse reincarnation. Since leaving the Akatsuki organization, he has been observing Kimimaro, thinking about how to trick this problem child into his own brainless fan. Finally, he thought out all the lines, had the confidence to subdue Kimimaro, and waited for the best opportunity, which was the battle of the Wei Yoruichi clan's rebellion. But, here comes the problem. Kimimaro was kidnapped by a blonde kid. Obviously I came first. He recognized the child's identity as Konoha 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato's son. At the beginning, he saw someone robbing Kimimaro, which he was looking for, because of course he didn't agree. Just as he was about to go up to snatch Kimimaro, by the way he also snatched the holder of the Ice Escape blood sequence limiter next to Naruto. He saw a fox that Naruto was riding spit out a black ball and smashed it. Then that forest turned into a valley. Orochimaru recognized the identity of the Mount Fox. What the hell is Nine Tails? The strongest tailed beast was actually riding under the buttocks of a 3-year-old child, and he looked very happy. Can you believe it? Orochimaru suddenly became infinitely afraid of Naruto. Although he forgot that he was beaten physically by Naruto in the earthquake zone. I also forgot the embarrassing play where director Naruto forced me to wear various uniforms such as maiden uniforms and nurse uniforms as Orochihime, and took a lot of photo books. But because of a woman's sixth sense, Orochimaru secretly felt that Naruto was definitely a terrible person. So he ran away. Never mind, snake lives matter. At worst, I'll go find Gurren with Crystal Style, and Shigego with Curse Seal. Naruto accepted Shiro and Kimimaro, and did not bring back Konoha, but brought back Kirigakure, as his dark hand in Kirigakure. As the mastermind behind Kirigakure, he asked 5th Mizukage Terumi Maid to take good care of Bai and Kimimaro. Day by day, Naruto went to many places, met many heroines and important characters in the theater version and the original book in advance, and made some arrangements, leaving a secret behind. 180. Luffy Nami returns to Pirates. Hokage World Shichibukai collected. Advertisement. And in this process, every time Sasuke wants to practice with his brother Itachi. Itachi said to Sasuke, "Next time, Sasuke." Sasuke thinks that something is wrong with his brother, but he doesn't know that he actually goes to play with Naruto every time. In fact, it is not called playing. In the process of traveling in the ninja world, Itachi has a new understanding of the will of fire. Of course, his eloquence has also increased a lot, and he has become the second biggest fool of the pirates besides Naruto. If it weren't for Naruto's nirvana for subduing intelligence, he would not be able to compare with Itachi, a super eloquent fool. Naruto took Luffy and others and found enough treasure chests. Through the various props and learning from the treasure chest, Luffy has mastered 8 inner gates and various body techniques, body flicker technique, but has cancelled the combination with 9 tails. Nami has mastered Sage Body and Strange Power, plus a series of weather ninjutsu including Illusion, Feng Shui Lei, 313, 3-line escapism combination. If it's serious, it's even stronger than Luffy who didn't open 8 gate. Both of them have the ability to extract chakra regardless of the deviation of each other's world rules even in the pirate world. Don't ask why it can be done, just ask the treasure chest. Back in the world of pirates, Nami joined Luffy's Straw Hat Pirates and found Zoro, Usopp and other partners as in the original book. But this time she did not rebel as in the original book. In Kokoja village, she asked her friends to watch, don't move, and act alone. With Sage Body, Strange Power and Weather Ninjutsu, Nami beat Arlong and his gang. In the astonished eyes of Zoro and others, she sat on the throne of the strongest pirate group. But because of laziness in the later adventures, Nami seldom made a move. This is something to do later, let's not mention it for the time being. At the same time, before leaving, Naruto also gave Luffy the Mangekyo Sharingan one-click installation item. This is the prop that Itachi got when he opened the treasure chest. Because as long as it is the props issued by the system, no matter what other props are issued by others, as the host, he can get the same share. For such a long time, people have found nearly half of the 100 treasure chests that the system has spread across the sea, and they have also given out various props to improve their strength. Of course, no one will be able to open a bug item that can directly upgrade to the 6 paths level, and no one will open an item that can threaten Naruto. The treasure chests distributed by the system to the sea are not as good as the treasure chests obtained from the system that Naruto has completed the god level selection. The props given out are mostly auxiliary, and rarely have the ability to directly improve. Like Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan one-click installation item, and Chiyo's 100 Healings Mark Forbidden Technique are considered top-notch items. The best props that can be found in the sea treasure chest are the props that can make Hanzo, who was originally a mid-level Super Shadow, soar to the level of Nagato itself. And all these props, Naruto has them all. Naruto said to Luffy who was about to leave the world of Hokage. If someone in your future partner is blind, you can give him this to restore his sight. Before Naruto traveled to the world of Hokage, he was always curious about what happened behind Zoro's closed eyes 2 years later. I don't know if I'm blind, or is there some big trick hidden? And this Mangekyo Sharingan is a gift from Naruto to Zoro. After installing, open the eyes that have been closed tightly again, let Pirate World feel the power of Zuo Zuneng. Sasu no is Mangekyo Sharingan's basic nirvana, in the Hokage world, except for Uchiha Shin, who opened Dashui by Mangekyo Sharingan, who did not show the ability of Sasu no Ohu, everyone else has mastered Sasu no Ohu. Advertisement. In fact, Naruto is still looking forward to what special ability Zoro's Mangekyo Sharingan will have. Looking at today's ninja world, Obito's veteran Mangekyo Sharingan's Kamui has the most peculiar ability. The left eye Kamui can teleport the target into a different space. The right eye Kamui can take himself or others into a different dimension. Kamui with both eyes can travel back and forth in different spaces that are extremely far apart through space rifts, and can also perform Super S-level ninjutsu such as Kamui Shuriken and Kamui Reikiri. Because Naruto is still upgrading, and the plot has not yet started, the system released a series of growth tasks. Growth Mission 1. Build the 8-Gate Night Guy National Team. Growth Mission 2. Mass production of Mangekyo Sharingan. Growth Task 3. Research and develop a series of scientific ninja tools. For example, the scientific ninja wristband that can instantly cast any ninjutsu without seals. A scientific ninjutsu shield that can absorb any ninjutsu. Scientific ninja goggles that can block pupil art. Bionic Sharingan, White Eyes Super Ninja Helmet, and more. Seeing these tasks, as well as the knowledge and props provided, Naruto felt that it would not be boring now. During the process of growing up, he took time to go to Kirigakure from time to time to train his second disciple Kimimaro, third disciple Bai. Brush up the favorability of beautiful female characters in the original works such as Yuhihong, Shien, Uchiha Izumi and Konoha. Arranged companies such as Naruto Chamber of Commerce and Shingming Entertainment to intensify efforts to transform the ninja world. Continue to secretly promote the formation of the 3 major forces of Marine, Shichibukai, and 4 emperors. Speaking of the long-term mission of I am the One Piece in Hokage Ninja. Today, among the three major forces, Shichibukai has been fully formed. Members other than Orochimaru and Ryuho from the beginning. There are also a few new rebels. Loquat Juzo, the first user of Broken Sword and Beheading Sword. Kisame, the tailed beast without a tail, who killed his boss Zigwashan Puffer Ghost and obtained the sword muscle. After these two rebelled against Mist Shinobi, they have not been fooled into the organization by the Akatsuki organization. He was first recruited as Shichibukai by Marine led by Namikaze Minato. In addition, Mist Shinobi of Raijin, Black Ho Raya who holds Rai Saber Ya, and Six Tails Jinchuriki Yugao also became a member of Shichibukai. These two are also Kirigakure's rebels. It can be said that Kirigakure's rebellion alone accounts for more than half of the Shichibukai members. When Yagura was in power, under the control of Obito, he persecuted the blood succession family and set off the rule of blood mist, which caused nearly 40% of the ninjas in Kirigakure to rebel. It can be said that all the other ninja villages in the ninja world have not had as many rebellious ninjas as Kirigakure. In terms of the number of traitors, Kirigakure should be called the strongest. There is also Iwagakure's Rebel 0.8 ninja, Four Tails Jinchuriki Laozi, who has also become a member of Shichibukai. Shichibukai has two top Kage level masters, Orochimaru and Beiruhu, two Jinchuriki, Yudaka and Laozi, and three former ninja swordsmen, Kisame and Raya. The overall strength is strong, comparable to the 4 emperors level and the 5 strong ninja village level. And 4 emperors, besides Big Uncle Hanzo who has the Big MOM template, red-haired Nagato who has the red-haired Shanks template, and Daddy, Snake Fairy Yakushi Kabuto who has the Whitebeard template and collects his sons everywhere. There is one Kaido template missing 4 emperors. For this 4 emperors candidate, Naruto had a lot of thoughts. For example, use the 8 inner gates props issued by Luffy to let an Impure World Reincarnation master the 8 inner gates, so that you can open the 8 gates infinitely to release Night Guys and have Super Shadow combat power. Isn't the so-called multiple Night Guy Kaido? 181. The reincarnation takes home Fugaku. I must have traveled to a fake Hokage world. Advertisement to make the Hokage version of Kaido. You can also dig a grave in Konoha to get the DNA of Might Dai, and then find Might Dai in Orochimaru Impure World Reincarnation. Might Dai, who can open 8-gate Night Guy infinitely, can also be regarded as Kaido. As for Orochimaru's location, it may be a secret to Konoha. But for Naruto who owns the reporter technique, which is a combination of Shadow Clone, 72 changes, and Flying Thunder God technique. He even knows how many times Orochimaru goes to the toilet every day. Cough cough, now Orochimaru is a girl. Of course he is not interested in watching this, just to give an example. In short, Naruto's first idea for the Hokage version of Kaido was to add 8 inner gates to the Hokage version of Kaido, and open Night Guy infinitely to form a Super Shadow combat power. And the second idea is to train Beiruhu into a Hokage version of Kaido. What are the characteristics of Kaido? The strongest creature in the sea, land and air, with an immortal body, can't be killed no matter how you kill it. And Bailuhu masters the Fit Ninjutsu Oni Yala, who can fuse the Fit Ninja or Summoning Beast with his own body, so as to possess its abilities, and even fuse the blood successor limit. At present, he has merged 4 kinds of blood inheritance boundaries. The Magic Dragon, which is the ultimate skill of opening the secret art, is as powerful as the unicorn's land dun. Dark Style that uses spells to absorb and release ninjutsu. Steel Dun who strengthens its own defense stronger than Kakuzu's hardening. Can increase the speed from 04 to Ultimate, Swift Style that the naked eye cannot catch. The comprehensive strength of the 4 blood successors, Jia Bailuhu, is undoubtedly the peak of Kage level. If he can fuse the 5th blood successor limit, he will become an immortal body, and his strength will rise to Super Shadow. Not to mention having the extraordinary strength to rule the ninja world, at least it is at the same level as the 3 emperors of the sea, Hanzo, Senrento, and Nagato. However, Beiruhu seems to be reluctant to part with Kakashi's Mangekyo Sharingan, and wants to leave his 5th fusion position to Kakashi. But he didn't know that Kakashi got on the ride of Naruto's plugin and was developing the Kamui plugin under the guidance of Naruto's Shadow Clone. If you develop Infinity Kamui, turn your head to kill, Super Shadow will also kill you. And the 3rd largest force in the sea, that is, the Sea Ninja Coalition led by Namikaze Minato, has been reduced in strength instead. Because one of only 2 admirals, Cloud Shinobi Killer Bee went to Konoha and almost got killed. 4th Raikage was afraid that something would happen to Killer Bee again, so he asked him to quit Marine and enter Yunlei Gorge to continue training, and he was not allowed to leave the village from then on. And told Killer Bee, if there is an enemy invasion, just use the tailed beast bomb to defeat them from a distance, don't go out again, be careful to be caught again. In a word, 4th Raikage is scared. I thought that Killer Bee would be able to show off after being promoted to the Super Shadow sequence, but the result was so bad that he almost didn't come back. Hurry up and hide it at home, don't let anyone beat you again. And the other admiral, Shisui, is about to encounter the biggest crisis in his life. Time is getting closer to the day when the Uchiha clan was wiped out in the original plot. On this day, Uchiha Fugaku opened his eyes, took a look, and exclaimed. Is it the Hokage world that the main god arranged to cross this time? I also lost Uchiha Fugaku? And the time has not been long since the Uchiha clan was wiped out? Now that I have crossed over, I am obediently waiting for Uchiha to be destroyed, to be killed by the unfilial son Uchiha Itachi? Think too much, I'm going to beat 3rd generation and Danzo, these two old dudes, and become Hokage. I want to open a harem in Hokage, collect everything. I'm going to drive Rinnegan, become 10 Tails Jinchuriki, and collect Ōtsutsuki Kagaya. My, girls are mine. In the process of investigating the information, Fugaku found many inconsistencies with the known plot. Orochimaru, the goddess of otaku, sent welfare abroad in the first live-action drama in the ninja world, Mutual Baby vs. Snake Spirit. The original Sand Shinobi Hakura, Mist Shinobi Terumi Mei, Cloud Shinobi Samui, Konoha Tsunade Haim, and Rain Shinobi Orochihime were elected to the list of the 5 evil ninjas, that is, the 5 famous big-breasted female ninjas in the ninja world. The original 4th Mizuka Jigura became the 7th child among the 7 brothers of Kirigakure's new ninja sword 7 People and the 7 Brothers. Advertisement after 9 Tails attacked Konoha Night, 9 Tails of Sleepy Leaf was lost? 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato didn't die, but was still a marshal at sea? Etc. Sage of 6 Paths left a legend. Do you want my treasure chest? Then go find it. I put it all on the sea, and then started the era of great treasure hunting? So the marine, Shichibukai, and 4 emperors emerged in the land of water and the sea beyond. Seeing that Orochimaru turned into a Shichibukai, Fugaku was dumbfounded. What is this doing? Didn't I time travel to a fake Hokage world? Who are the 4 emperors? Fugaku took a look and was stunned. Uncle Big Hanzo of the Salamander, red-haired Nagato, Old Snake Immortal? Through the Ninja World Daily, Fugaku is enough to understand what happened in the ninja world in recent years. Finally, Fugaku fell silent when he saw the sailor uniform and nurse uniform in the Orochi Princess Photobook Volume 8 inches confiscated by his subordinates. That's right, I must have traveled to a fake Hokage world. Originally, as long as Fugaku continued to investigate, he could find out the source of all changes, which was the 9 Tails Night where Minato didn't die. But because Uchiha successively appeared 2 supermasters, Shisui and Itachi, 3rd generation was afraid that the Uchiha clan would threaten the rule of Konoha, and had always been very afraid of the strength of the Uchiha clan. Danzo also chose to suppress the Uchiha clan for the benefit of his master Naruto. As a result, the Uchiha clan suffered various injustices, and Fugaku found that if this continued, Uchiha would eat juju pills. He was in no mood to continue the investigation. This world should be just a parallel world of Hokage ninja, right? A little bit different, nothing surprising. In fact, even if he continued to investigate, nothing could be found. After all, Naruto opened the largest media, Ninja Daily, that controls the ninja fishing boats and information. If you can find out something wrong with Naruto, a group of Naruto shadow clone will come to deliver the courier immediately. Fugaku has also seen a lot of Hokage fans before, and there is no Uchiha that has not been destroyed. It seems that the destruction of the Uchiha clan is a manifestation of the will of the Hokage world. In order to change the Uchiha genocide incident, Fugaku actively developed his own Mangekyo Sharingan to improve his strength. Through the memory obtained through fusion, he 893 knows that the predecessor has already possessed Mangekyo Sharingan. But because the Knight of 9 Tails is a mysterious person using Mangekyo Sharingan to manipulate 9 Tails to attack Konoha. In order not to suffer further fear, he hid this secret. As the leader of the Uchiha clan, his real strength is actually in line with his identity and status. Sasuo can almost drive to the 2nd stage. It's just that his Mangekyo Sharingan exclusive ability is a bit of a problem, which is actually the same ability to control weapons as Uchiha Shin. Even with brothers Itachi and Sasuke, it would be nice to have an Amaterasu. But even so, after opening Mangekyo Sharingan, his strength is definitely one of the best among the Kage-level masters in Konoha. Even if it is not as good as Shisui with the Bud-level illusion distinguished heavenly gods, it is not without problem to slaying 3rd generation. The main god arranged for him to travel this time. The goal is to capture the Ōtsutsuki family. The reincarnation of the sons of Sage of 6 Paths Sasuke, Naruto. In addition, Ōtsutsuki Black Zetsu, the mastermind behind the Akatsuki organization. This is the member of the Ōtsutsuki family that currently exists in the ninja world. Sasuke is already the turtle in the urn, so Naruto is the next target. After that, they will seize the right to rule Konoha, unite with other ninja villages, and declare war on the Akatsuki organization. After killing Akatsuki, Black Zetsu was arrested and brought to justice. Thinking about it this way, it's actually very simple. As long as he completes this task, he can get enough points to buy the traversing charms of the Hokage world completely, and make the ninja world his kingdom. Reincarnation Uchiha Fugaku smiled shabby but confident. 182. Distinguished heavenly gods kneel down and call Dad. Naruto Squad Phantom Video Chat Group. Advertisement because there are 2 masters in the clan, Shisui and Uchiha Itachi, the people of the Uchiha clan gradually began to swell. Obviously Uchiha is one of the 2 founding families of Konoha, but it has been reduced to a suppressed position. In addition, the people of the clan are afraid of the tragic ending of the Senju clan being suppressed by the 3rd generation, leaving only one Tsunade princess. Under Fugaku's secret instigation, the Uchiha clan decided to launch a coup and seize the leadership of Konoha village. But the premise is that Shisui and Uchiha Itachi must be supported. So Fugaku called Shisui, who was in charge of Marine Admiral, back to Konoha, took out all kinds of black materials about third generation and Danzo collected over the years, and wanted Shisui to help. In fact, he knew that Shisui of the Heart of the Virgin would never agree to a coup, so after Shisui refused, he led his tribe to attack Shisui. Fugaku wants to capture Shisui's eyes to open distinguished heavenly gods kneel down and call Dad to deal with the possible Super Shadow Master Namikaze Minato. Although being attacked by surprise, the Holy Mother Shisui couldn't bear to hurt the tribe, and was severely injured by Fugaku, who also opened Mangekyo's Sharingan and took away his right eye. If Naruto's shadow clone hadn't discovered the movement and arranged for Danzo to lead people to rescue, the poisoned Shisui would probably have died. Uchiha Fugaku led someone to attack Shisui. In the servant Danzo's base, Naruto looked at Shisui, who lost his right eye and was seriously injured, and couldn't help but fell into thought. What is Itachi's father doing to die? Open black lens bracket ding. You triggered a random mission. Stop Uchiha Fugaku from being captured. Close black lens bracket. Task introduction. Lee Dafu, a reincarnation of the evil camp, seized Uchiha Fugaku, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. The mission is to capture 3 members of the Ōtsutsuki clan. Cosmowave Sasuke, Host and Black Zetsu, organized by Akatsuki. At present, Fugaku, the reincarnator, has acquired an important item, Shisui's right eye, and intends to control Namikaze Minato to become his subordinate, thus setting off a coup d'état, gaining the power of Konoha, uniting the 4 major ninja villages to declare war on Akatsuki, and opening the 4th ninja in order to capture the black hand behind the Akatsuki organization, Ōtsutsuki Black Zetsu. And before that, Fugaku, the reincarnator, intends to capture you as the host and attract Namikaze Minato. Close black lens bracket. Hearing these system messages, Naruto was speechless. There are reincarnation invaders in this world, but he didn't panic at all. Because the god level selection system is obviously higher than that of the main god, and even the main god's task arrangement is clear. In front of the system, the main god is still a younger brother. Think about it too. Just choose any random choice at the beginning, and you will establish a superdimensional chat group that connects the heavens and worlds. Since the system knows the information about the reincarnation so clearly, then this task is nothing at all. If it weren't for the fact that he was still upgrading and couldn't take the initiative to use various attack skills, the system didn't even need to remind him to pay attention to the attack of the reincarnation Fugaku. Therefore, just the layer of miniature telekinetic field armor covering the surface of the skin is enough to ignore ninjutsu below S rank. But now, he naturally has no problem with his personal safety. If it is attacked by a certain intensity, tested to start at Jonin level, or even if it perceives an attack with a higher intensity, tested to start at Kage level, to hit, it will automatically trigger the automatic combat mode, and the half-step 6 pads level, which is several times beyond the peak of Chaoing, is fully activated, and can destroy all threats in an instant. The reason why the system will issue tasks to remind itself is probably for the sake of the security of the village. Because if the Samsara Fugaku is coming to attack you, but you don't know it, and you accidentally trigger the automatic combat mode, advertisement that Konoha will definitely be wiped out by his nuclear bomb level automatic counterattack, and completely disappear on the map. Unexpectedly, the automatic combat mode triggered by Jonin disappeared on the map in less than a second. Naruto is now in 2 minds about a possible attack by Fugaku. One is to send someone to protect themselves. At present, Konoha knows that his strength is so strong that it explodes, and the masters who listen to him, except for his pet Danzo and 9 Tails. There is also his younger brother Uchiha Itachi, who has been a pirate with him for several years by Kyoka Suigetsu hypnosis. Although Kakashi has lost his memories of conquering 9 Tails and beating Sannin Jiraiya or Orochimaru, but these years he has developed Mangekyo's Sharingan with himself, and he also knows that he has the magical skill of chakra magic, so let him be his bodyguard, no problem. Even his maid Yi Kang can be arranged as a personal bodyguard. Although since the pirates were disbanded, he arranged Yi Kang in Kirigakure and asked Chirumi Maid to help him hide the beauty in the Golden House. But a flying thunder god technique can bring Leaf Barn to Konoha whenever he needs it. However, Naruto naturally does not intend to passively wait for Fugaku to attack. He wants to send someone to take the initiative to attack. It's decided, let's arrange for you to solve Uchiha Fugaku, Itachi. So Naruto opened the Naruto Squad chat group created when he left Sunagakure a few years ago and contacted Itachi. This Naruto Squad chat group is the same as the Akatsuki undercover chat group. They are all Yearning Wave fandom video chat groups built by Naruto using the forbidden technique Magic Lamp. Currently Naruto team chat group members include Uchiha Itachi, Kakashi, Jiraiya and him as the group leader. The next moment, the vision of Uchiha Itachi appeared. At this time, Luffy and Nami have left the world of Hokage, the pirate group has been disbanded, and Itachi returned to Konoha to join Anbu. Under Naruto's evil request, Itachi did not take the Chunin exam, and his identity was still Konoha Genin, and the information that he opened Mangekyo Sharingan was not revealed. But even without using Mangekyo Sharingan's 3 Nirvana Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu and Sasuno, Itachi's strength is also at the Kage level, and now he succeeds Kakashi as the vice-captain of Anbu's first team, and Kakashi has changed from vice to regular. But whether they are the captain or the vice-captain, which one is stronger, Kakashi said he has no comment. After a fight with the 8-year-old Itachi who just broke through Mangekyo's Sharingan, he was lucky to get a 50-50 score, and almost became the bottom of the Naruto team. Okay. Kakashi Xiao Wangwen has seen less these years, and has been begging Naruto's shadow clone to guide him in developing various Mangekyo Sharingan Nirvana including Kamui. But after all, his Mangekyo Sharingan is not original, and he has too little chakra. Even under Naruto's chakra magic endurance assisted development practice. Nowadays, Kamui Twist Arm Kill, which needs time to focus to exert its effect, and Kamui Nizagai, which can divert ninjutsu attacks, and the first stage of Sasu no Ohu have only been developed. But the strength has also properly entered the Kage level. They can open 50-50 with Guy who opened 6th gate and 7th gate. Backquote, Naruto-sama, can you contact me about anything, again? Originally, Itachi was performing a mission, but suddenly found that Naruto contacted him, and quickly replied. But then he saw Shisui lying in the operating room, his pupils shrank suddenly, his heart tightened. Huh? Brother Shisui, what's the matter? 183. Horror movie upgrade Sharingan? I was suspected of having an improper relationship with multiple opposite sexes. Advertisement seeing that brother Shisui, who is one of the most powerful in Konoha, is lying half dead on Hiroki, and his right eye has been gouged out. Itachi really wanted to get back to Konoha from the outside. Naruto patted Mirage Itachi on the shoulder and said, "Don't worry, Shisui will be fine with me here. But it was your father Uchiha Fugaku who attacked Shisui and nearly killed him, and he plotted a coup d'état. I need you to come back and investigate what happened to him." Itachi is calm on the surface, because there has already been an uproar in his heart. My dad is planning a coup. Although he knew that the clansmen were very dissatisfied with 3rd generation and Danzo's suppression of the Uchiha clan these years, they didn't make such a fuss to the point of rebellion. As one of the very few insiders who know Naruto's strength, Itachi knows that his father's coup will never succeed. Not to mention that now Naruto already knows the secret of his father's coup d'état. Because such a big event happened suddenly in the village, Itachi didn't hide his strength anymore, and just finished the task quickly. Then contact Naruto to open the Flying Thunder God card portal and go straight to Konoha. He rushed home, but his father was not at home, but his mother Makoto told him that his father seemed to be a different person, and asked him to 413 to investigate. He then approached the senior management of the family and was unanimously welcomed by everyone. Shisui's right eye has already been obtained, and he can completely betray his super master in an instant. And Itachi, who has always been very obedient and sneaked into Anbu as a family of spies, can definitely become an important booster in this coup. From several clan elders, Itachi learned that his father was really plotting a coup d'état. And now his father has gone to kidnap 4th Hokage's son Naruto, intending to bring Namikaze Minato as a hostage, and use Shisui's right eye to open distinguished heavenly gods to control Namikaze Minato, the #1 master of Konoha. Itachi really couldn't laugh or cry when he heard that his father dared to attack Naruto-sama in such a desperate manner. Itachi hurried to find his father, hoping to find him before his father attacked Naruto, otherwise his father would not even know how he died. But he is still late. After sending Shadow Clone to open Flying Thunder God technique, bring Itachi back to Konoha, and let him cooperate with Danzo, Naruto didn't care about it. Anyway, Fugaku, the reincarnator, is no threat to him. Now that he knows that he wants to attack him, and he is prepared, even if the automatic combat mode is triggered, he can drive Flying Thunder God to take him away from Konoha. Anyway, only the reincarnated Fugaku is the one who dies. Now Naruto is helping Uchiha Izumi to develop and upgrade Sharingan. Although Uchiha Izumi's talent is not as good as Itachi, but under his guidance, Sharingan is currently enabled. He didn't cheat on Uchiha Izumi, nor did he put her in a life or death crisis. The way to help Izumi Uchiha start Sharingan is actually very simple, just watch horror movies. Open and or upgrade Sharingan, mostly when the mood swings are extremely high. For example, Sasuke, whether it is the night of the genocide when he found out that his beloved brother killed his parents, the Chunin exam encountered the boss Orochimaru, or the crisis of life and death during the mission of the Kingdom of Waves in the White Duel. Every upgrade to Sharingan is a time of great emotional ups and downs. So Naruto wanted to try, whether it is possible to artificially make the Uchiha people emotionally ups and downs to upgrade the Sharingan. So he chose the beautiful Miss Uchiha Izumi as the test subject. See if horror movies can upgrade Sharingan. As a result, the experiment successfully proved that the violent emotional fluctuations in the process of watching horror movies are indeed helpful for the development of Sharingan. No, after watching more than 20 horror thrillers, Izumi Uchiha was so frightened that he turned on Sharingan, and evolved from ordinary pupils to single Guyu. The price is that every time you see the scariest part, Uchiha Izumi will jump straight into his arms in fright, messing up his clothes, which is very troublesome to tidy up. Advertisement this time, he planned to take Uchiha Izumi to watch the Saw series, to see if he could upgrade her Sharingan to her Goyu, but was interrupted. You have committed a crime, Naruto, come with us. Naruto looked up, AEG, it was Konoha Police Chief Uchiha Fugaku who brought people to arrest him. Huh? Uncle Fugaku. What did Naruto do? As Itachi's classmate, Quan naturally knew Itachi's father. I committed a crime? What are you going to say about my crime? Naruto also looked at Uchiha Fugaku indifferently. Although I know that Fugaku just came here this time to take him as a hostage and trick his father, 4th generation, but he also wants to know what reason Sasuke's father used to arrest him. Fugaku snorted. I suspect you've had illicit relationships with multiple members of the opposite S**X. Spring. Naruto. I'm really speechless when you say that. Because it is indeed true. Quan immediately defended Naruto. How could Naruto do such a thing? There must be some misunderstanding somewhere. Naruto, tell Uncle Fugaku that you didn't. Hey, Naruto, why are you looking at me strangely? You talk. Wait, are you really? As he spoke, he covered his mouth. Naruto patted her head and said helplessly. What nonsense, true truth, are you talking about? Can't you see that he is making excuses to arrest me? After he finished speaking, he looked at Uchiha Fugaku. He didn't expect to catch a child of his own, but he actually bothered him to come in person. It seems that he was afraid that he would be rescued because he had the aura of the protagonist. Naruto held down Kurama, who was about to release the tailed beast bomb, so that Konoha would not be destroyed, and said, for the sake of your safety, I advise you to be kind and don't attack me, otherwise your end will be miserable. Uchiha Fugaku frowned. Naruto's reaction was beyond his expectation. But Shisui's right eye is a top prop, and his self-confidence is extremely inflated now, but he doesn't bother to think about it when dealing with a child, so he waved his hand. Take both of them. Naruto looked at the Uchiha tribe who wanted to attack them both, couldn't help but shook his head, sighed and said. Hey, isn't it good to live well? You have to make a fuss about me. You may not know that the last Jonin who attacked me has turned into blood mist. She turned to Uchiha Izumi and said, wait a minute, I'll come as soon as I go. Just when Izumi didn't understand what Naruto meant by these words, suddenly a Naruto appeared behind the Uchiha who came to arrest them, put his hand on them, and then they all disappeared. In order to prevent Konoha from being destroyed by his own automatic attack, Naruto directly released Shadow Clone and opened Flying Thunder God to transfer the battlefield with the reincarnated Uchiha Fugaku and others. Naruto just disappeared and came. Quan hurried to his old classmate, told what happened just now, and said worriedly. It's over. Your dad took Naruto away, now Naruto is in danger. Itachi also nodded in agreement. It's late. Naruto took my dad away, now my dad is in danger. Spring. 184. A generation of scientific ninja wrist guards. Qian Dun scientific ninjutsu shield technique. Advertisement, Flying Thunder God technique. Seeing that Naruto's shadow clone touches it, all the people like myself are teleported to a strange place, and the reincarnated Fugaku's eyeballs almost pop out. What kind of Hokage world is this? Not only Namikaze Minato is not dead, Nine Tails is lost, even the young Naruto has learned to fly Thunder God technique. However, he has been psychologically prepared for these accidents. After all, Naruto is the protagonist, with the aura of the protagonist turning danger into good luck, and is protected by the Great Will of the Hokage world. Fugaku wouldn't be surprised if something happened to Naruto. This time he went out in person to solve this accident. One question, Naruto stretched out a finger, looked at Uchiha Fugaku and others who were about to kidnap him, and said calmly. Now that I have learned the Flying Thunder God technique, I can escape by myself. So, why did I bring you here? Fugaku thought, that's right, why didn't Naruto escape by himself, instead brought them here? By the way, what exactly is this place? The surrounding area was desolate, and it didn't look like there was an ambush. What nonsense with him, but a child, I went. A quick-tempered Uchiha Chunin rushed straight up to grab Naruto. Fugaku didn't stop him, just let him go to test it. In fact, when he learned that Naruto had learned the Flying Thunder God technique, he expected that this arrest might be difficult to succeed. After all, Naruto is too fast. It seems the only option is to capture Naruto's harem, set a trap, and ambush him. Seeing a Chunin coming towards him with a confident face, Naruto only found it funny. This was the first time he encountered someone with such low strength who dared to attack him. Who gave you confidence? In fact, he can completely ignore it, because Chunin's attack can't break through his defense at all. Even if this Chunin explosive uses an attack that is as powerful as Jonin, it will at most trigger his own automatic combat mode, causing all these people to be wiped out. But the reason why Naruto brought these people here is to do an experiment. This seemingly barren place is actually one of his scientific research bases underground, formerly Danzo's root lair. Over the years, he has been researching scientific ninja tools and doing growth tasks here, and now he has successfully developed many scientific ninja tools. Today, he plans to use people like Uchiha Fugaku as test subjects, put these scientific ninja tools into actual combat, and see the effect. Come out. The first actual combat test of scientific ninja equipment, start. A group of masked ninjas suddenly emerged from the ground, all subordinates of Danzo's roots, from Genin to Jonin. Genin 1 goes first, and the opponent is Chunin of the Uchiha clan. Genin 1 is wearing the first generation scientific ninja wristband, experimental type 1. At present, Naruto has not developed a universal version of scientific ninja wristbands with chakra batteries. Only ninjas who have extracted chakra can use the first generation scientific ninja wristbands. The first generation of scientific ninjutsu wristbands, experimental type 1, which number 1 is in charge of experimenting with, is a low-profile version. It is equipped with 15 ninjutsu, feng shui, earth, fire, thunder and 5 series, each with 5 ninjutsu, including 2 Genin level D level ninjutsu, 2 Chunin level C level ninjutsu, and 1 Jonin level ninjutsu, class B ninjutsu. It can be said that as long as a ninja wears this scientific ninja wristband, everyone can become an all-round ninja of Grandmaster's 5 series of escapism. And as long as there is enough chakra, the 15 ninjutsu configured don't need seals at all, and all of them can be cast instantly. It can increase the ninja's strength to a large level. This is only the low-end version. In addition, there are upgraded version, high-end version, and rich version. The quantity and quality of ninjutsu configured have been greatly improved. Advertisement: the local tyrant version of scientific ninjutsu wrist guards covers almost all ninjutsu of various schools in general at present, and the most advanced ninjutsu even reaches S level. If this experiment is successful, Naruto intends to put the scientific ninja wristband and other scientific ninja equipment on the market. Of course, the price is more expensive. Don't even think about DK ninjas. Want to become stronger without money? Think too much? If the chakra battery is developed in the future, even ordinary people wearing this scientific ninja can release ninjutsu. As long as you have money, you can buy various top scientific ninja tools developed by Naruto. Even ordinary people can have combat power. That's the power of science. After all, the destructive power created by ordinary people in modern cities through technology can reach the level of nuclear bombs. Of course, this is the situation after the scientific ninja system is perfected in the future, and it is still in the debugging stage after all. While Naruto was thinking, the battle between Uchiha Chunin and Root Genin was over. It can be said that it has just begun and it is over. 0. Ask for flowers. Genin No. 1 opened the body flicker technique in seconds, close to Uchiha Chunin, and then issued several offensive ninjutsu in seconds one by one. Uchiha Chunin was forming seals, so he played GG. This scene stunned Uchiha Fugaku, who was watching the match. Instant ninjutsu? Is this guy really a genin? I believe you, Ghost? Uchiha Fugaku's eyes were full of fear. He then sent a jonin up to test it out. Things are getting more and more unexpected. Fugaku has given up hope for this capture operation. But he wanted to get more information, to find out how the ninja just performed instant ninjutsu. Naruto led Genin one end. The test just now proved that although the first generation of scientific ninja wristbands, experimental type 1 still has some minor problems, it already has the effect of actual combat. 0. It's time to try other scientific ninja tools. Since the opponent is Jonin, let Chunin go up. Chunin 2, try the effect of scientific ninjutsu shield experimental type 2. The scientific ninjutsu shield has the effect of absorbing output ninjutsu. The shield worn by Chunin 2 is an upgraded version, which can absorb ninjutsu whose power is below a level. Fire style Great Fireball technique. This time, as soon as Uchiha Jonin appeared on the stage, he attacked first, releasing the fire style technique of the Uchiha family's famous undead. And the Root Chunin sent by Naruto couldn't help but hum. Qian done scientific ninjutsu shield technique. Then he didn't do anything, just stretched out his hand towards the incoming fire, which seemed to be an act of courting death. The Root members are basically brainwashed by Danzo, and Danzo will not hesitate to let them die. And now, the person who ordered him to use the scientific ninja shield that has not yet been fully tested to resist the enemy's attack is Danzo's master, Naruto-sama, and Chunin Genbu will naturally not refuse. The members of the Konoha police who followed Fugaku burst into laughter when they saw this scene. Just pick up fire style empty-handed? Is this guy looking for death? Are you kidding me when you call us the fire style of the Cosmic Wave family? I seem to have seen him being burned to carbon. Fugaku frowned slightly, realizing that things were not that simple. He felt that something unexpected must happen next. The result was exactly as Fugaku expected. 185. Mass production of Mangekyo Sharingan. Synthesize a giant Tensigan with one click. Advertisement: Neji was walking through the woods. Ever since he saw his father almost committing suicide under the threat of Cloud Shinobi Killer B because the Hyuga clan was too weak a few years ago, Neji has been eager to become stronger. Therefore, since he entered the ninja school, he has been studying hard, and he is now recognized as the #1 master among the many students in the ninja school. Before graduating, he was able to defeat many genin in the family, and even compete with Chunin. Among his peers, apart from the super genius Naruto who graduated as genin at the age of 3, the only one who poses a threat to him is his junior student Uchiha Sasuke, who is a year younger than him. In order not to be chased by Sasuke, in order to catch up with Naruto, Neji will find a place to practice secretly even after school and holidays. The students of the ninja school all thought that Neji was a member of the Hyuga clan, with supercilious eyes and high talent, which made him so strong, but they didn't know that Neji's hard work was unimaginable to them. 310. Genius is not terrible. What is terrible is that geniuses work harder than you. Neji is such a genius. The only one who can compete with him in terms of hard work is Rock Lee, who is only at the end of the crane at the same level and only knows physical skills. Hey, what vinegar is in front? He walked out of the forest and came to a barren land, only to find that there seemed to be someone fighting in front of him. He rolled his eyes, and after insight, he recognized two acquaintances. Head of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Fugaku, his catch-up target, Namikaze Naruto. Then he was dumbfounded. One is Uchiha Sasuke's father, the captain of Konoha Guard. A son of 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato, the most talented young man of Konoha's new generation. These two people who are difficult to get in touch with are actually fighting. And looking at the battle situation, it seems that Naruto's side is still in the upper hand. How is this going? With incomparable curiosity, Neji continued to observe secretly with his eyes closed. Open black lens bracket ding. It was detected that Hyuga Neji, an important male character in the original book, witnessed this battle. Choose it. The host is great. Close black lens bracket. Huh? Naruto frowned slightly, and soon spotted Neji lying in the distance and rolling his eyes. A few years ago, the plot of Neji's father's suicide was changed by him, so now Neji doesn't hate his wife as in the original plot, but has become a sister-in-law, vowing to protect the two sisters of the clan. In addition, Neji also confessed to him all day, Naruto, one day I will catch up with you. In this regard, Naruto doesn't want to talk to him every time, but drives Flying Thunder God and flashes away directly. Catch me? You're thinking too much. Even if I open the biggest cheat you can open now, the Tensigen cheat, you are still inferior to me. After all, even if it is the reincarnation of Madara, I will hang and beat her. If the upgrade is over, even if the Ōtsutsuki trio arrives at the same time, they can only be wiped out by me in one wave. Forget it, let's see what options are available. After all, the system hasn't made a choice for a long time. Option 1. Kill Hyuga Neji. The location of the host's base and scientific ninja tools must not be exposed. Reward the Gentle Fist Grandmaster of the Hyuga clan. Close black lens bracket. Option 2. Use Mirror Moon on Hyuga Neji Hypnosis. Change into host shape. Award installation. Option 3. Show off your strength in front of Hyuga Neji, then accept Neji as your little fanboy, and train him slowly in the future. Rewards Huge Tensigen 1 Click Fusion Function. 1. Huge Tensigen 1 Key Fusion Function, one of the new functions of the system. Put in 100 white eyes, there is a certain probability of fusion into a giant Tensigen. The more the number of white eyes invested, the higher the probability of successful fusion. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement. Naruto's eyes lit up. Huge Tensigen? This is fine. The Hokage ninja can also be called the Legend of Staring Eyes, and the most powerful eye is the reincarnation Sharingan that only Kage and Six Paths Madara can open, which can release super moves such as Infinite Tsukuyomi and TNG Yuzhong. Second only to reincarnation Sharingan are Rinnegan and Tensigen opened by the Sage of Six Paths brothers. Needless to say, the difficulty of unlocking Rinnegan normally needs to go through a long evolution process of single Guyu, double Guyu, triple Guyu, Mangekyo Sharingan, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and Rinnegan. Even the legendary Uchiha Madara opened the Rinnegan just before his death by chance and coincidence. The Tensigen of Ōtsutsuki Sharin evolved from his own high-purity Ōtsutsuki bloodline fused with the white eyes of Hanabi, the second princess of the Hyuga clan in the ninja world. It can be said that the strength of Samsara class and Tensigen Shirin has basically reached the level of Six Paths. Although there is still a gap compared with the real Six Paths level such as Six Paths Madara, Ōtsutsuki Trio, Sage of Six Paths Brothers, Ōtsutsuki Kagaya, Ōtsutsuki Sishin, it can also be regarded as quasi-Six Paths level, half-step Six Paths level. Even if you can't beat yourself, you are on the same level as yourself. The goalkeeper at Naruto's level is probably the parallel importer 10 Tails Jinchuriki Six Paths Obito who played sneakily with truth-seeking ball. Of course, in the fourth battle, due to various reasons, Madara did not display the full strength of the configuration of Reincarnation Madara in many battles. The full configuration of Reincarnation Madara should be Binocular Rinnegan Fairy Art Madara, and his good friend Senju Hashirama is no longer an opponent at the same level. Based on Madara's actual combat experience, if the power of Rinnegan is fully exerted, the power is stronger than Tensigen Ōtsutsuki Sharin. Now just by making a choice, you can get the function of synthesizing a huge Tensigen, which is wonderful. Wouldn't it be possible to mass-produce a huge Tensigen now? While taking advantage of this feature requires a lot of eye roll, Naruto has a way of doing it. Shisui was attacked by Fugaku and took his right eye. After he treated Shisui's injury with the blood-replenishing skill and blood circulation technique, he discovered a phenomenon. Shisui's right eye grew back, and it's not the standard Sharingan, but the Mangekyo Sharingan that has reached the advanced configuration. I remember that when I saw this scene, Naruto stunned Shisui who had just woken up from the coma for the first time, then gouged out his Mangekyo Sharingan right eye, and gave him a vital blood again. As a result, Shisui's right eye grew out again. After that, Naruto closed the door, and said to Shisui silently in his heart, "I'm sorry, old Shisui." Then start brushing Mangekyo Sharingan happily. He thought he could use tens of thousands of Mangekyo Sharingan, so that he could mass-produce an army of Mangekyo Sharingan Kage-level masters. But there is still a limit. After brushing about a dozen Mangekyo Sharingan, the eyes that grow after that are ordinary 1.0 Sharingan. Naruto hastily transplanted a Mangekyo Sharingan dug from Shisui to Shisui, and ended the inhuman experiment. But even so, he will have a distinguished Heavenly Gods team transplanted with Zhengshui Mangekyo Sharingan in the future. Through experiments on Shisui, Naruto can draw preliminary conclusions. It is untenable to obtain an upgraded Sharingan like Mangekyo Sharingan in batches by digging out eyes and putting blood circulation to treat the eyes to grow back and forth. But you can get a lot of unopened eyeless Jade Sharingan in batches. In the same way, just give him a Hyuga tribe, and he can spawn a lot of white eyes. In this way, the giant Tensigen can be synthesized. Thinking of this, Naruto couldn't help showing a baby-like look, and glanced at Neji who rolled his eyes in the distance. Neji couldn't help shivering. 186. Reincarnation Uchiha Fugaku counseled. Mass production of tens of thousands of Sharingan. Advertisement seeing his subordinates in a life and death duel, but Naruto was in a daze. Uchiha Fugaku couldn't help but look weird. Through the subordinates he sent just now, to fight against the people sent by Naruto. He discovered that Naruto had actually developed a scientific ninja, and was still using his subordinates as test subjects. At present, he has seen 3 kinds of scientific ninja tools. A scientific ninja wristband that can instantly cast any ninjutsu without seals. A scientific ninja shield that can absorb any ninjutsu. Scientific ninja goggles that can block illusions. Even though his subordinates were all elites, they all failed disastrously in the end. This made him feel a little ridiculous. I also want to capture Naruto, attract Namikaze Minato, and then use Shisui's right eye to control 4th Hokage, and then seize the position of Konoha Hokage, start the 4th battle, and capture Black Zetsu and bring him to justice. This first step turned out to be so difficult, what a fart. If he doesn't make a move, Naruto's subordinates alone will be able to wipe out his own subordinates. Fugaku, the reincarnated person, just wanted to do it himself, but Naruto clapped his hands and said to his subordinates, "Okay, you all step back." Then on the opposite camp, Naruto was the only one left. Fu-04U frowned. Is Naruto planning to escape with Flying Thunder God? Unexpectedly, instead of running away, Naruto came up and said to him, "Don't you want to catch me? Then come." For the choice just now, Naruto naturally intends to choose 3, so as to get the huge Tensigen 1 key fusion function. Then I need to pretend to be aggressive in front of Neji and show my true strength. So he intends to let Uchiha Fugaku attack him, triggering his automatic battle mode, and then Fugaku and Neji will know how strong they are. Unexpectedly, the reincarnated Fugaku took a step back, his eyes were full of fear, and he asked cautiously in a low voice. "Did you also come from time travel? Reminiscent of this Hokage world that has been changed into a mess, it can only be explained if there are traversers who have come to this world. If the Naruto in front of him is also a time traveler, or even a reincarnation. That obviously came a long time earlier than myself, and the accumulated power is definitely stronger than the self who has just traveled through it. Then I am not here to arrest people this time, but to deliver the heads and express delivery." Traveling? Naruto intentionally showed ignorant and innocent expression, and asked again, "Uncle Fugaku, what are you talking about? I'm just a child of how old?" Saying that, Naruto continued to walk towards Fugaku, taking the steps of Brother Ming, with a provocative look that "you came to hit me." But when Fugaku saw this, the fear in his heart deepened. Just now Naruto had an expression of condescending himself as an ant, but now he pretends to be a naive child, who would believe it? Now that you have a scientific ninja tool in your hand, you can use a stone hammer. You are definitely time traveling, etc. A flash of inspiration flashed in Fugaku's mind, and he suddenly remembered that he saw a little fox beside Naruto, which looked like a young version of Nine Tails. Could that be the rumored lost Nine Tails? Being able to tame Nine Tails as a pet, this traverser is definitely stronger than himself. Now that I have discovered the identity of the Naruto traverser, wouldn't it be? It's over. To be silenced. If you haven't finished the task, you will be killed. Die, die, die. Therefore, facing Naruto's active approach, Fugaku looked terrified. You want to come here?" If he didn't dare to leave his back to Naruto, he would have turned around and run away. Neji, who stared blankly in the distance, was dumbfounded. Naruto actually scared the Fugaku patriarch back again and again? Advertisement, what the hell happened to them? Naruto shook his head. This reincarnation is too cowardly, he sighed and said. Shatter, Kyoka Suigetsu, complete hypnosis, hit me. The next moment, Uchiha Fugaku of Naruto hypnosis directly opened Sasuno, and shot Naruto blatantly. This freaked out Neji, who rolled his eyes. The huge materialized chakra puppet armor visible to the naked eye is terrifying to see. Now Naruto is absolutely dangerous. As soon as this thought came into his mind, Neji was completely stunned. He stared blankly at the scene in front of him that he would never forget. In an instant, dozens of hundreds of hill-like giant palms appeared in the sky, knocking off the arrogant chakra armor on the surface of Fugaku Patriarch's body and even his whole body. Woo! Naruto's strength is so strong. Neji's eyes were full of disbelief. This expressive power is stronger than the most powerful person he has ever seen. So strong, how can he catch up? Escaped. Seeing that Fugaku, the reincarnated person, cast some kind of secret technique that is not from the Hokage world, and suddenly disappeared, Naruto shook his head slightly, but he didn't care. Because in the attack just now, he had left the seal of Flying Thunder God on Uchiha Fugaku. Uchiha Fugaku's location is currently locked on the Flying Thunder God live map. As long as he wants, he can appear beside Fugaku in an instant. Want to escape? Doesn't exist. Naruto, why are you so good? Can you teach me? Neji came to Naruto and asked. Naruto smiled and said with a triumphant expression, I want to learn. Okay, no problem, I will take you to become stronger later. Now I'm going to deal with the Uchiha clan's rebellion first. After speaking, he returned to Konoha, only to find a serious problem. Uchiha Fugaku actually gathered Uchiha's clansmen, and released a weird virus bought from the main god's space by consuming points, which can turn people into irrational weirdos and control them for him. Except for Sasuke who hadn't returned home, Mrs. Mikoto who was rescued by Naruto in time, Uchiha Itachi and Izumi who were with third generation, and Shisui who was still recuperating at the Danzo base. Everyone in the Uchiha clan basically went crazy. Naruto shook his head. Alas, the Uchiha clan is hopeless. In the Uchiha mansion, he also found the masked man. This was arranged by Naruto who opened the undercover chat group organized by Akatsuki and contacted Black Zetsu. Through Black Zetsu's information, Obito learned that there was a super genius named Uchiha Itachi in his hometown, and Uchiha rebelled, thinking that he could be fooled into joining the 207 Akatsuki organization, so he secretly returned to Konoha. At this time, Uchiha Itachi had brought Uchiha Spring and reported to the third generation that the Uchiha clan was about to rebel. However, under the notice of Danzo, the third generation already knew about it and had already arranged countermeasures. In order not to cause too many casualties, Uchiha Itachi still took the path of the original plot. The rebellion of the Uchiha clan, let me handle it. So he jointly took the initiative to find his masked man, and the two together wiped out the Uchiha clan who had turned into weirdos. Because Naruto intends to ask Danzo to arrange for Uchiha Itachi to accept Obito's invitation and go undercover in the Akatsuki organization. Therefore, before leaving Konoha, Itachi chose to stimulate his younger brother as a villain in order to encourage his younger brother to become stronger and to protect Sasuke. You are not worth killing. You stupid brother, if you want to kill me, hate, then live ugly, run away, and live in ugliness go down. And Naruto captured the reincarnated Uchiha Fugaku. Start the infinite cycle of eye digging and activating blood circulation to treat the growth of eyes and eye digging. He ended up with a dozen Mangekyo Sharingan and thousands of Waguyu Sharingan. Thanks to Fugaku for helping me farm so many Sharingan. Then Naruto gave him a kick. 187. Neji, do you want to become stronger? Dress it up. I've grown Neji, a women's mogul. Advertisement. Shisui woke up and was dumbfounded when he learned what happened in the village. Uchiha was wiped out overnight? The whole clan was basically killed by Itachi? Itachi became a traitor? This series of shocking news hit Uchiha Shisui's mind. He finds Itachi's younger brother Sasuke, but finds out that the kid has been stimulated by something, and wants to become stronger and kill his brother. Shisui always felt that something was wrong. However, due to the increasingly tense situation at sea and the withdrawal of Admiral Killer B, the strength of the marine camp was reduced, and Shisui was recalled to sea by Minato. At the same time, Marine openly recruited soldiers from the ninja world and selected Admiral. In the whole Konoha, knowing Itachi is not a real traitor, but just went to the Akatsuki organization as an undercover agent to collect information. There are only 3 top executives, third generation, Danzo, and Minato. Of course, Danzo's master Naruto naturally also knows. It was he who arranged for Itachi to go undercover in the Shao organization. After feeling the huge gap in strength and being strongly stimulated in the night of genocide, Sasuke opened Sharingan. He used hatred as the source of his strength, rapidly improving his own strength. In the whole ninja school, except for Hyuga Neji, no one is his opponent. So he challenged Neji every day, although he was hanged every time, but his strength soared. Neji was amazed at the rapid improvement of Sasuke's strength. If this continues, he might be surpassed by Sasuke. So Neji found Naruto and asked how to become stronger. He witnessed the shocking scene where Naruto hit Uchiha Fugaku with a huge palm like a hill. In Neji's mind, Naruto, who is younger than himself, is already a Kage-level player. I'm sorry, but I don't blame Neji for his lack of knowledge. The most powerful force that Neji has ever seen and imagined is Hokage. Naruto-sensei, please tell me, how can I become stronger? Neji stood in front of Naruto, lowered his head, and asked for advice seriously. Open black lens bracket ding. You have triggered the main task. Training Konoha Shaokyang, close black lens bracket. Task content. Before the plot begins, train Konoha Shaokyang and distort their character design. The higher the degree of distortion, the higher the reward. Close black lens bracket. After reading the mission introduction, the corners of Naruto's mouth twitched slightly, and he couldn't help laughing. Now it's interesting. Leaving Konoha this time, he can be regarded as training a lot of people. In Sunagakure, he taught Gaara, Kankuro. One has become a meow-eared lowly girl idol, and the other has become a ninja with 2 lines in his mouth. He even distorted Chiyo's character design to a great extent, turning her from an old woman into a girl idol that everyone loves among the ninja crowd. In Kirigakure, he magically changed the 7 ninja swordsmen into 7 brothers Hulua. In Iwagakure, he distorted Durata's character design, and taught Durata his sister-changing technique, turning him into a very realistic blonde girl, and let him develop the detonating clay beautiful girl doll technique. Since then, Sunagakure has gained a golden legend, and later even fascinated Haidu, her father Wangtu and many other gentlemen. In Cloud Shinobi Village, his biggest change was to beat Killer B into autism, making him mistakenly think that only dancing in the pure land of paradise can make him stronger, so he set off a square dancing movement in Cloud Shinobi Village, which is rich in muscular brothers and nobles' frenzy. On the sea, he helped Luffy master the 8 inner gates technique and other physical arts, helped Nami master the sage body, and various weather ninjutsu that combined lightning style, wind style, and water style. The character design of the protagonist of Thieves' World. Now that he has returned to Konoha, he will naturally not let go of Sasuke and Neji. Naruto has been busy directing the plot of I'm a Pirate in Hokage, on the sea before. While promoting the formation of the three major forces of Marine, Shichibukai and four emperors, it also took the members of the pirates to take risks in various small countries, doing various front hands. Advertisement after sending Luffy Nami home, he was developing scientific ninja tools, and he had no time to deal with Xiaoqiang. But seeing the reincarnation sees Uchiha Fugaku, the Uchiha genocide incident still happened. Naruto decides to start attacking Xiaoqiang, first find one or two people to guide and train them. Originally, he had to consider candidates, but Neji threw himself into the trap. Oh bah, he sent it to his door. As the first Xiaoqiang to enter my training camp. Then I have to train a lot. If you want me to give advice, you can. Show me your strength. Naruto looked at Neji thoughtfully. Neji immediately played Gentle Fist, which the Hyuga family is good at. That's called a fierce tiger. Naruto shook his head. What are you playing? The reason why Hyuga Gentle Fist is called Gentle Fist is that the emphasis is on a soft word, but you played with a strong momentum. And your boxing completely ignores the practice of martial arts conception. No wonder the Hyuga clan can't even use a cage-level master, because your Gentle Fist practice is completely congenitally flawed. Naruto Shajiba said nonsense. Neji frowned slightly. Although he felt that there seemed to be something wrong with Naruto's words, but because of Naruto's powerful strength, coupled with the fact that Naruto's mouth escaped nirvana lowered his intelligence. Therefore, he felt that what Naruto said was vague. Backquote. Budo true meaning? What is this? It sounds very powerful. Naruto explained with a helpless expression that those of the Hyuga clan who practiced Gentle Fist didn't even know this. The softness of Gentle Fist is a state of mind that is like Shisui and conforms to nature. Therefore, the true meaning of martial arts in Hyuga Gentle Fist is the true meaning of water. Only by mastering the true meaning of water can you truly grasp the true meaning of boxing. Neji couldn't stop nodding. He felt that what Mr. Naruto said was really reasonable, so he hurriedly asked. Mr. Naruto, you mean to let me learn water style? Through the practice of water style ninjutsu, we can further understand the true meaning of water and the true meaning of softness. No, what are you thinking? Naruto shook his head and immediately said, I want you to wear women's clothes. Nani? Neji was stunned when he heard the words, and said after a long time, Mr. Naruto, I seem to have misheard what you just said. Naruto shook his head again, with an expression that you don't even know, hello Qian Wang, and continued to fool around. Haven't you heard that women are like water, and women are all made of water? After wearing women's clothing, you look like a woman, but inside you are a man. Soft on the outside and strong on the inside, hard and soft combined with the harmony of yin and yang, your cultivation speed will be doubled. Neji, do you want to become stronger? Then go to women's clothing? Practice boxing in women's clothing, and keep you growing stronger. Neji had a strange look on his face. Although what you said sounds reasonable, I always feel that something is wrong. In a word, I don't know how to dress up as a woman, and I will never be able to dress up as a woman in this life. Naruto shook his head and laughed. No, you will. In Xiao Liren's biography, you said no, but your body honestly tried many different styles of girl dresses. Ning Miran, please find out, and I'm breaking the rules to save you, otherwise the plot will eventually go to the timeline where you die so badly. 188. In order to save Neji, Naruto decided to raise him into a master of women's clothing. Advertisement however, Xiao Liren biography is a funny fan work, even though Neji tried various women's clothing there. In today's main story, he is also a proud genius boy of the Hyuga clan. Konoha Shinobi is the dream of countless girls in the school, so naturally he is unwilling to do such a shameful thing. Neji, as a soft and beautiful boy, is known as the three male gods of Konoha along with Uchiha Sasuke of the high cold type and Naruto of the warm male type. As the son of Konoha's super handsome blonde guy fourth generation, Naruto naturally inherited his father's good looks. The so-called love is born from the heart, and Naruto did not live the bitter life of being hated by the villagers in the original book. He lived a good life and kept up with the nutrition. Naturally, he did not live as long as the original book. In terms of appearance alone, even Sasuke would call Naruto the strongest. As Konoha's first genius who graduated from ninja school at the age of 3 and became Konoha Genin, Naruto has more female fans than Neji and Sasuke. And unlike Sasuke and Neji who can only attract some young girls, Naruto's charm can be killed by loli, girls, royal sisters and mature women. Down to Hinata's sister Hanabi Little Loli, among the girls who are known as Konoha 5 Beauty, such as Hinata, Small Sakura, Tianshin, Ino, and Xianglan. 977 up to Uchiha Izumi, Yuihong, Xian and other goddesses in the hearts of Konoha youths. Then go up to Kirigakure's Mizukage Terumi Mei, Hakura and other mature sisters. All bowed down under Naruto's pants. Before the plot starts, it is also possible to fill up Konoha Gomi's favorability. But Naruto was too busy before and didn't have time to flirt with girls. Although he can drive Shadow Clone to pick up girls instead of his body, but he always feels that he is greening himself. Therefore, when it comes to picking up girls, he has always been on his own. Seeing that Neji said no, never dress up as a woman, Naruto smiled slightly, really wanting to warn. Neji, don't you want to become stronger? If Cloud Shinobi Killer B comes to Konoha again to threaten the Hyuga clan and kill your father, can you stop it with the current you? The last time Killer B was unlucky, he happened to meet Neza, the devil boy of the god organization, and was beaten half to death, and I picked it up. But you won't be so lucky in the future. At some point, a big boss will flatten the leaves, or a cutting technique will make you sacrifice heroically. Naruto, is not exactly talking about it. Shajiba is talking nonsense and fooling Neji. He made Neji dress up, really for Neji's good. In fact, Naruto has discovered a phenomenon. That is the ending of major events and the fate of important plot characters, always developing in the direction of the original work. He smashed 9 tails when he was just born, and changed the tragic ending of his parents' death. It turned out that not long after he directed the script of I Am One Piece in Hokage Ninja, Minato was assigned to be the marshal at sea, away from Konoha. Then third generation is as popular as the original, and it becomes Hokage again. At the 5 Kages conference at that time, in his capacity as Yagura Naruto, he proposed the establishment of Marine. But it was other people who really pushed Minato's father to be the marshal. It seems that Sarutobi Hiruzen is still scheduled to be Hokage for a few more years. Originally, the Uchiha clan would not have dared to launch a coup d'état with the super shadow power of Minato's father. But suddenly a reincarnation Lee Dafu appeared and took away Uchiha Fugaku, and after some killing operations, he forced Bao Zibo to exterminate the clan. The Uchiha clan was also killed by the plot. Originally, he had trained Jiraiya of Iwagakure, turning him into a beautiful blonde girl and appearing in the village. Advertisement ordinary people see such beauty, even if Jiraiya caused an explosion or two, of course choose to forgive her. Who told Jiraiya to be so lovable? Even Naruto, as an investor, supported Onoki to train Jiraiya to become the next generation Tsuchikage. Under such circumstances, Jiraiya should have become the 4th Tsuchikage, married by Fume, and reached the pinnacle of life. In the end, because he was too busy collecting Ziyuan's favorability in the ghost country, he didn't pay attention to intervene for a while. When Jiraiya was visiting Iwagakure in the Land of Land, he was spotted by the daimyo, and even molested by this greasy old man. In shame and indignation, Jiraiya bombed the hotel where the daimyo lived in the Land of Land. Then he defected from Iwagakure, and was defeated by Itachi, who had just joined the Akatsuki organization, and joined the Akatsuki organization. From a series of events, Naruto can see that, if he doesn't intervene all the time, or doesn't change the plot characters enough, sooner or later, these plot characters will take their original path. For example, 4th generation's father, if he hadn't been taking care of him, he might have been killed by the plot. For example, Killer Bee, even if he interfered a little bit, he became enthusiastic about dancing the Pure Land of Bliss, and became the originator of the square dance of Cloud Shinobi Village. However, the extent of this change is not large enough. So Killer Bee was placed in Yunlei Gorge by the 4th Raikage and was not allowed to leave. It is estimated that nothing unexpected happened. He had to wait for the rebellious Sasuke to attack him before he could take the opportunity to leave. As for Neji's future, it's a future that has been screwed to death. If I don't intervene and completely change Neji's painting style, Neji will definitely be killed by the plot in the future. In this world line where Neji's painting style is normal, he will definitely die. So, in order to save Neji, Naruto decided to raise him into a women's mobster. Gaara's crane watching mode looks like a cute girl. But the women's clothing on him is actually the Shokuru chakra coat. So Gaara is not a bigwig in women's wear. Although Orochimaru has become a beautiful girl with black, long, straight and big breasts, she has also become one of the 5 breasts in the ninja world. But his body is already a girl, and it is normal to wear women's clothes. Jiraiya learned the seductive version of the sister-changing technique taught by him. That body is a very realistic girl, already somewhat different from the original boy. Even if you wear women's clothing, you are not considered a female clothing boss. And Naruto's arrangement for Neji is to just put on women's clothing, and then through makeup, dress up as a cute girl. Facing Naruto's questioning, Neji was silent. Of course he knew his weakness. Although he is the #1 master in the ninja school and beats the whole school Invincible. But after leaving the school, just a random chunin can make him as fierce as a tiger in one operation, and the damage is already seen as 0.5. He wants to become stronger. From the day his father was almost forced to death, he has been longing to become stronger. For this, he is willing to pay any price. It's just a matter of morality, and to be honest, Neji doesn't care at all. He rejected Naruto's proposal for women's clothing for 2 reasons. Point 189. Ladies Neji and Gaara date. Ning Z's Life Department photo album first bulletin. Advertisement first, it is just embarrassing to say that you are upright. Even if he is willing to dress up as a woman, he is too embarrassed to agree right away. You can't let me wear women's clothes, I will wear women's clothes. I always have to say no first, because I don't want Naruto to misunderstand that I have strange hobbies. If it spreads to other people's ears, someone will definitely laugh at me. After I sternly refused, then Naruto, you find reasons to persuade me, and I refuse again, and this cycle repeats several times. I went along with the flow and agreed. This makes it appear that I really have no choice but to agree to women's clothing. Second, I strongly doubt Naruto's statement that women's clothes will become stronger. Although Naruto's previous explanation sounds plausible. Because women are made of water, the true meaning of martial arts in Gentle Fist is the true meaning of water. So the correct way to open Hyuga Gentle Fist is to refine women's clothing. But he always felt that something was wrong, so he gritted his teeth, blushed, and said, Wearing women's clothing can make you faster through practice. What kind of reasoning is this? With all due respect, you are talking nonsense. Naruto shook his head slightly. Oh, you don't understand my good intentions at all. I let you wear women's clothes, it's really for your own good. Come on, I know you are shy, sorry, don't refuse my kindness, I will wear it for you. Saying that, Naruto took out a set of astringent sailor suit, and was about to put it on Neji. Neji shook his head like a rattle. It is impossible to wear women's clothes. It is impossible to wear women's clothes in this life. Even if you knock me out, even if you forcefully put a pair on me with the strength to crush me, I can't dress up as a woman. Facing Neji, who is tough and strong, who would rather die than submit, Naruto almost laughed out loud. If I hadn't seen the scene where you dressed up as a cute girl in Shaolin Ninjutsu and went on a date with Kage Gaara who came to visit Konoha, I would have almost believed it. At that time, every time you wore women's clothing, although you always had an expression of, why should I do this? But the body is very honest, the girl who plays is so shy and timid, I feel pity for it. It seems that as long as you think about it, as long as you are serious, you are very good at such things as women's clothing. Naruto didn't listen to the suggestion in Neji's words, knock him out and help him dress up, but opened his mouth to escape nirvana. Neji, let me ask you, as the #1 genius of the Hyuga clan, but you are from the branch house. The caged bird seal has completely bound your destiny, don't you want to change? Neji shook his head. My two cousins are so cute, as an older brother, it's only natural for me to protect them. This has nothing to do with Zongja branch house. Naruto has an expression that you don't understand at all. It has a lot to do with it, because you are bound as a caged bird, you have no freedom at all. So your gentle fist, the upper limit of your ninjutsu, is limited. If you don't break this shackle, your upper limit of strength will be exhausted, Sajanin. He can't even beat cage level, so how can he deal with a super shadow master like Killer Bee? In case one day, some super shadow master wants to poach your sister's eyes, you can only helplessly watch them suffer miserably. Hearing that his sister might be in danger in the future, Neji became anxious, and he couldn't care less about the shame, so he hurriedly asked. Then how can I get rid of the shackles, gain freedom, and increase the upper limit of my strength? Do you still need to ask? Of course it's women's clothing? Naruto explained with a natural expression, advertisement. After women's clothing, you can let go of the shackles brought about by your identity, status, and responsibilities. In order to truly let go of yourself and feel the real freedom. In order to open the door to the new world, the strength will be improved rapidly. Believe me, as long as you dress up as a woman, I promise you will become stronger. I, Naruto, said that, open black lens bracket system. So, in order to let Hyuga Neji feel free, you tricked him into dressing up? I always feel that something is wrong. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket system. Host, on show operation, I only obey you, close black lens bracket. Seeing what Naruto said so sure, Neji decided to try. Anyway, if you try it once, you won't lose a piece of meat. But he didn't know that women's clothing was done once and countless times. Then under Naruto's guidance, Neji tried various styles of girl dressing. Ningzi, a girl in a sailor suit who is innocent, Ningzi, a mother from a poor family, a mature woman, Ningzi, a beautiful woman in a swimsuit who is a mature royal sister, Ningzi, a female owner of an izakaya, who is a queen, Ningzi, a self-willed princess, Ningzi, a charming nurse, etc. Wait. In the end, Neji, a beautiful girl wearing a kimono, holding a fan, and dancing a dance called Paradise Pure Land, let out a leisurely sigh. Why did things turn out the way they are? 0. Ask for flowers. Although Neji is a sister controller, willing to protect the two sisters Hinata and Hanabi. But in fact, he also hated the fate of being bound by the caged bird in his heart, feeling that he has always been like a bird that cannot be free. And after wearing women's clothes, it can indeed bring him the feeling of letting himself go and pursuing freedom. Ah! Free birds are flying. Crack. Crack. Naruto was on the side, holding a camera, and took pictures of Neji's various women's clothing. Because Naruto promised that he would only watch it for himself and not show it to others, Neji agreed to let him shoot it. But, Neji is really stupid to believe Naruto's big fool. Not long after, Ning's life series photo book first volume was released. When she learned that the photos of herself wearing women's clothing were sold as a photo album by Naruto, and it was still selling well, Neji, who was wearing women's clothing, cried. Whoa, Naruto-sensei, you said that these photos will not be shown to others. I clearly agreed that these photos are only for you to see, I am wronged. Naruto patted the shoulder of Neji in the maiden costume, and comforted him. Don't worry, I have god-level makeup skills, and ordinary people can't tell that these photos are yours. And, don't you feel yourself getting stronger? Neji nodded. During the time I secretly wore women's clothing to practice after school, my strength really improved rapidly, and I had already left Uchiha Sasuke far behind. Yesterday, I even defeated a special Jonin in the clan. I'm afraid it won't be long before I have Jonin level strength. You know, I haven't graduated yet. Unexpectedly, Naruto, you were right, women's clothes can really become stronger. Can I tell Dad this secret? Naruto was amused. You can do such a shameful thing by yourself? Do you still think about your father dressing up as women with you? Neji recalled the loving scene of the father and son practicing the women's makeup together, and suddenly felt a chill, and never brought up the topic again. In fact, Neji's strength has skyrocketed entirely because I gave him a skill. Face pressure. From the treasure chest, effect. The higher the face value, the faster the cultivation speed. Close black lens bracket. And Naruto has a god-level makeup technique that is enough to make an old lady into a cute loli. If Ning Z can be dressed up beautifully, his cultivation speed will of course be faster. 190. Neji. You are not as beautiful as my women's clothing, and you still want to confess to me? Advertisement, Naruto. Sensei, you. This day, after finishing dancing in women's clothing, Neji was about to say goodbye when Neji suddenly felt shy, wanting to say something but was too embarrassed to say it. Naruto slapped him across the face. If you want to say something, just say it, don't be like a woman. You're a big man. When the system heard this, it couldn't help but spit out. System. Which old man would find a place to secretly steal women's clothes after school every day? This is all caused by you, host, okay? Host, open your eyes and take a look. Such a shy and cute girl in a sailor suit. How does she look like a big man? I can draw a conclusion from the system. If you wear women's clothes for a long time, your personality will gradually become more feminine. Neji's face was still red. Naruto-sensei, my photo book, can I have a copy? I want to see, maybe Wu Lingyi can get more training speed bonuses. Naruto took a deep look at Neji, as if trying to see through his intentions. After looking at it for a long time, Neji's head drooped, almost buried in his neck. After looking at Neji so ashamed, Naruto laughed jokingly. I don't know yet, so you want your own photo book so much? Sure enough, you said no, but your body still wants to see it? Since you want it so much, you can go to the commercial street to buy it. A lot of people went to buy it. Neji pinched the hem of the sailor suit. Then what? I feel so ashamed to buy my own women's clothing photo album. And if someone sees it, associates it with something, and realizes that the person wearing women's clothing is me, then I really can't lie. Naruto nodded secretly. It seems that Neji's sense of shame is still there, very strong. That's how fun it is to play, unlike Dorada, although he said no at the beginning. As a result, after seeing the power of sister-changing art and detonating clay-mo girl puppet art, just give up morality completely, and become a blonde cute girl every day to practice in Iwagakure. Even in order to test the value of her own art, her father, Wantu, actually astringent oil and black soil. If it wasn't for the famous detective third Tsuchikage who recognized the girl as his lover Dorada through various features, Dorada might become Onoki's daughter-in-law, and Haidu her stepmother. In order to become stronger, Dorada, in the name of art, did casual things without any pressure. This is the reason for the lack of shame, and Neji, the proud genius of the Hyuga clan, has a high sense of self-esteem and shame. Since he asked for it, he must have rehearsed it thousands of times in his heart and struggled countless times. That's what I really want. Naruto stopped teasing Neji, and sent a shadow clone to pick up a copy of Ning's Life Department photo album, and sent it to Neji with Flying Thunder God. Go back and enjoy it slowly. After returning, Neji sneaked back to the room, opened it and was shocked on the spot. God. It turns out that after I wear women's clothing, I am so beautiful. I don't even know, and the girl in this photo album is very different from my original appearance. Even myself, I almost didn't recognize it was my women's clothing. It must be difficult for other people to recognize them. I have to say, Mr. Naruto's makeup skills are really amazing. How could I turn a boy into such a girl? Afterwards, Neji tossed and turned, admiring it alone all night. No matter how you look at it, it is so delicious. I have to say, Neji, are so beautiful. Men's clothing can be Hyuga Neji, one of the 3 male gods of Konoha. Advertisement women's clothing can be the goddess Ningza, who is popular and has a good sales. The next day, Neji came to the ninja school with a dull face. A beautiful schoolgirl confessed to him shyly. This is said to be the class flower of a certain class. Ning. Senior, I like you, can you be my boyfriend? If he had been confessed by such a beautiful girl before, Neji would be somewhat tempted. Even if you don't have time to fall in love and don't accept the confession because you want to practice, you will politely refuse to comfort me with nice words. But this time, after experiencing some things, he did not speak. Instead, he silently took out a photo album from his shirt pocket. On the cover is a beautiful black-haired girl in a swimsuit. The pretty schoolgirl took a look, and then her eyes dimmed. Is this beautiful model sister your girlfriend, senior? So beautiful, I can't compare to her, huh? After speaking, she ran away crying and sad. Looking at the back of the beautiful schoolgirl leaving sadly, Neji silently put his photo book back in his pocket, shook his head, and sighed. Not as beautiful as my women's clothing, but still want to be my girlfriend? Who gave you the confidence? Seeing this scene, Uchiha Sasuke thought to himself. Another beautiful girl confessed to Senior Neji. It must be because his strength has improved rapidly recently, and he repeatedly beat me up. Hateful. What happened to Neji Senpai recently? Why does his strength improve so fast? So how am I going to catch up with him, and then Naruto? I can't even beat these peers, how can I kill that man? Hateful. I heard that he went back after school, but secretly looking for a place to practice. But obviously I am too. Why has the gap with him widened recently? He must have some secret. No, after school, I have to find a chance to sneak up and see what is the secret behind Neji-senpai becoming so strong all of a sudden. I'll learn it if I can. After school, Neji rushed to Naruto's training camp base, ready to change the women's clothing that Naruto prepared for him today. Originally, with his current strength, he would be able to spot Sasuke who was following him under normal circumstances. But because Neji was too obsessed with watching his photobook last night, he didn't have a good rest, and his mental state was a little bad, so he didn't find Sasuke who was following him in 1.3. After arriving at the location, Naruto greeted Neji to enter the house to change into today's women's clothing. After changing your clothes, today you can practice the ballet I taught you earlier. Neji nodded obediently. When Sasuke heard this, he was full of doubts. Naruto teaching Neji Senior's ballet? Is this some kind of powerful move? Sasuke remained calm, observing secretly, looking forward to it. Today's wave tail is not bad, and I can finally discover the secret of Neji's Senior becoming stronger. Not long after, following Naruto, someone came out. Huh? That is Shirin, a strange beautiful girl wearing a snow-white tutu skirt, stepped out, really picturesque. As if thinking of something, Sasuke's pupils shrank sharply, completely stupefied.